spin and makes me ill. A hostage held inside the very world I build. Please help me now, 'cause I can even feel enough to know if I get out, will I another friend to try and help and fail on my account? I'm numb to the pain and hollow without. You think you've got my number figured out? A motive born in drought and brevity. And if I'm not the soul of your design, I blatantly decline your remedy. Don't box me in, don't, or I'll leave. I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else than your machine. I wasn't always just a single shade, a palette full of gray in reverie. And I can burn it brighter than the sun. I have a golden gun inside of me. Don't
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Season 10 Chally semifinals between the Argonauts and the Kitsunes. I am Chels Bells alongside Marky Mark. Mark, how are we doing today?
I am doing wonderful. I am ready for some playoff Counter-Strike action.
Absolutely, and the Kitsunes will yeet themselves off of the top of Vertigo to concede the knife round. The Argonauts will choose which side they want to play on as we kick off these semis. Now, the Kitsunes, in what a lot of people thought was going to be a Ravens win, actually solved them very quickly, and they 2-0'd the Ravens en route to the semifinals. And the Argonauts beat my team 2-0 en route to the semis as well. So we're seeing a couple of teams that have 2-0'd in the quarters go head-to-head here in these semis.
Yeah, should definitely be an interesting one. Argonauts during the regular season 1-3 on Vertigo, so only won once, but they did play it quite a bit. Meanwhile, Kitsunes only played it once. They did win that match, but both teams seeming to be well versed. So we'll see how this goes.
Argonauts did beat us on Vertigo in the quarterfinals 19-16, so we'll see what they go with here. They love going B to start early on their pistol round, but it doesn't seem like they're doing that this time. They're going for a B fake here, as the rest of the team is stomping up A ramp. Owen taking a look, seeing if there's anybody that wants to give him a quick and easy kill. No one swinging just yet. Man Rocket fighting Roly Coley, but Owen takes him down with the help of Roly Coley's bullets. Elevated Impact finds a trade, and there's an all-out brawl all on the A-bomb site. Everybody's aware, with End creeping up as well. Bunch of bullets going back and forth, but Cyber and Expo find the best of Virus and Roly Poly. 4v2 advantage. The bomb is dropped on site. Redondo trying to see if he can even the score, but nobody is giving him any room to work with. Trying to see if he can silently creep up side hole. He did make a noise. I'm not sure if that was heard. Maybe CTs are just a little bit too far away to hear that. Expo on headshot, not peeking at all until a couple of taps on Redondo drops him down to 12 HP. Whale Avalanche, he's subbing for Exift. It might be a one-map thing, or I guess we'll see if this is an all evening kind of situation. But End and Expo finish the round, and the Kitsunes hold A very well. Only one man dies, and they kick off round number one, map number one, with a win.
Yeah, very nice job from them starting you off on that CT side. Pick up the dub. Pistol rounds going towards that A site. There's not going to be too much util on that T side. They had one smoke that enabled them to get up side hall, but after that, bomb wasn't down, and at that point, recovering it's just too much. So nice win from Kitsunes, keeping 4 alive, and have some SMGs going into this round. Should rake up some money.
Argonauts invested $0 combined into this round. They're just going to stomp up mid, try to get anything from jump up, and well does get one. He does find elevated impact. I think that was one of the M4s actually, so that's a good amount of damage done. But only the one kill for the Argonauts on that. Hey, I mean, it's, you know, it's just Glocks and $0 invested. You're lucky to get a kill. They got one, so not bad.
Glocks. Yeah, nice job. Nice job. Kitsune is able to keep several alive, and they didn't have to use too much util either, so I saw Cyber was able to save a molly, and that'll be nice going into this next round. However, they still have 3 SMGs versus these AKs, so we'll see what happens in terms of the rifles.
Expo dropped his MP9 to buy an M4, so he's down at $300. This will be interesting to see what kind of buy the Kitsunes will throw, if any, if they do lose this round. But 5 AKs out for the Argonauts. Virus creeping up through the smoke, seeing if there's anybody side hall that will challenge him. Nothing doing, but Expo does find Virus, and he takes down, but Owen finds the trade quickly. Man Rocket swings out, finds Owen, but the quick trade's happening on the A-bomb site. A lot of action going on. Leaves a man advantage for the Argonauts, but Roly Poly at 20 HP. Do the Kitsunes know that? Do they know? Is that confirmed damage? We will find out once we see some more action as Coley goes to slowly pick up the bomb. Whale, the contender player brought up for this match. Keeping an eye out on B, seeing if there's anybody that'll aggress. Nothing there so far, but he's lining up left gen smoke as the Argonauts look to take the B-bomb site. Only one defender here, but he does have the rifle. Cyber with the MP9 holding on to A. 30 seconds left. B util coming out, and throws a smoke in retaliation. They know he's headshot. Whale swings out and does get one, but the quick trade is there. 2-on-1 advantage for the Argonauts. Whale will smoke the molly, and the bomb will go off. A nade does deal a lot of damage to Redondo, down to 51, but MP9 versus 2 AKs might spell the end for Cyber. Passive for the 2 Ts. Whale Avalanche finds Cyber, who just walks into his crosshair, and the Argonauts take their first round of map number 1.
Yeah, very nice job using those AKs there. Found the trades initially and had the advantage in that 3-on-2. Nice attempt by End on the B site. They threw that gen smoke, but he just pushed up to headshot and was only able to find one. So very nice job on the Argonauts post-plant, just holding their angles. Found the headshot easy, and yeah, that's the first round for them.
An interesting buy out of the Kitsunes. There's 4 Deagles, but Cyber 4-spot. Not only did he 4-spy an M4, he bought head armor as well on top of just normal armor. So he's bought it, and he has $50 to his name. Expo gets called out by the T's. They molly him out. He has to swing, gets nothing done there. A couple of trades. Cyber does find 2 with that M4, but then he goes down, and that M4 is unrecoverable. Deagle's left, and only now elevated impact. 1 Deagle to his name, no head armor. Redondo finds him quickly, and that is the tie game. It is now 2 apiece for the Argonauts.
Very nice job tying it up here. Can take... It's good to take as many rounds as you can on that T side, and whoa, have a very nice buy coming out from Kitsunes. Even though they bought those Deagles last rounds, they still have tons of money. We're seeing that op come out from Ends, and see where they decide to position that.
Well, now here's a question for you. Did Kerrigan single-handedly bring back the AUG meta? Because
Yes.
we're seeing a lot of that in pro play and in CSC.
I will give Kerrigan all the credit in the world for everything that's ever been good to Counter-Strike. He deserves it.
Casual FaZe fan. I see where this is going. I see.
FaZe up.
I see where this conversation is heading. But ManRocket, in the meantime, is peeking down side hall. No one in that smoke, but I would imagine they hear that scope. It doesn't matter. Virus swings out, and he will fall to ManRocket / Kerrigan's AUG. No damage dealt to the $3,300 weapon. ManRocket still holding on. 2 players looking to swing. Redondo does find the late trade to ManRocket. Man advantage to the Kitsunes. Still 4-on-3 advantage with a minute to go, and the Argonauts are slowly walking back to B after not a whole lot was done on A this round.
Yeah, this op is going to be here on the B side if they do decide to take it that way. So still have some util, so they should be able to close off some of the angles and get up onto the site, but we'll see. Obviously, the advantage with Kitsunes.
35 seconds left on the clock. If they're going to go B, they're going to have to speed this up a little bit here. There's 1 B that is the opera. There's 1 also jump up. The rest are A. And gets mollied out from his position. He does find Redondo. A nice flick out of him. And gets some help from elevated impact. Oh, and the last one alive, down to 25 HP. The nade drops him down to 7. He tries to get the plant, and he does. The Kitsunes do clean it up, and they will get the 3rd round, but a nice play out of Owen to at least get that bomb plant.
Yeah, that's a great team play right there. Getting that bomb plant, they will be able to buy up into this next round then. Might have a little bit of limited util and rifles, but still, very nice job. Both teams will take that. CTs, they save 3 weapons, pick up 2 AKs as well, so you've seen some nice headshots out of them.
The buy coming in now for both teams. Couple of Galils, a few Galils actually. Redondo and Virus having 1, and Whale with the Deagle. If you caught last night's game, last night's contender semifinals, Whale was an absolute demon with that Deagle. Was popping off heads with that left and right in their 2-0 loss. Doing a lot of damage there. The jump up mollied off. Elevated Impact has to respect that, get out of the way. Redondo, there's 3 players in mid right now, seeing if they can have an early pick, some early aggression. Nothing doing. Molly was thrown, but not a whole lot there for the T's.
Surprised Elevated just decided to play a little more passive mid-angle. They do have a lot of control on B ramp there, but here comes a nice defensive smoke. They're going to push through it, though.
And End finds the entry on Roly Coly Poly onto the B bomb site. Elevated does find Redondo. Virus finds one with the Galil, but doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Cyber knows Virus is there, takes him down, and now Owen left in the 1v4. Expo swings out, ends his life for the round, and the Kitsunes now with 4 out of 6.
Perfect team play from Kitsunes. One person peeks, the next person peeks. They're not giving themselves up too much. And already at 7 frags on that op, and Argonauts going to call a timeout. Not doing too bad so far. 2 rounds is good to have through these first few, but still, they're going to be on a Nico here and need to figure out something.
If you're playing with an IGO, would you rather them call a timeout before the pistol round or after the pistol round? The eco, I should say, not the pistol round.
Yeah, it's a good question. I think it depends a little bit on the players that you have on your team, but I do like this play before the eco rounds. It gives you just a little additional time to talk through. Maybe they have some sort of pocket strat for the eco itself. It looks like they're gonna stick on Glocks, but if they can at least get the bomb plant with those couple of smokes they have, that would be nice. I would like to see some sort of A play, and yeah, it gives them some time to talk through this eco. Hopefully, find a little something on it, and then come into the gun round fresh.
With only Glocks, it's probably better for them to all rush B, and they're doing that right now, but End is taking care of business. Finds 2, but couldn't get the 3rd. Roly Coly Poly and Owen finding Glock headshots. 3 on 3 now. Owen with his signature up, falls back onto white box. Reloads, only has 1 bullet in that 4750 gun, and if Expo gets tagged by that up, it doesn't matter though. He finds Virus, who only had that Glock. Owen gets mollied out, and Roly Coly Poly Glock to his name and nothing else. He tries to spam. Kind of a dangerous play for Expo to be trying to defuse that bomb with 19 HP. Roly Coly could have tagged him through that smoke, and that could have been a little bit dangerous, but the Kitsunes do rack up their 5th.
That's Argonauts. They'll take that. They found 2 frags, and actually the op fell off the map when Owen burned out there. So they weren't able to pick that up. They have to buy in, and will do it. Obviously, they have the economy for it, but still doing a good amount of damage. And now Owen on the T side op as well. So I have some sort of battle going on.
Owen does like to pick up the boomstick on occasion. Roly finds an entry under elevated impact. Expo sees Redondo down at 6 HP, somehow manages to run away and stay alive. But he is very low, and the CTs are well aware. Owen with the missed shot onto side hall. You saw him. Looked like a one-way. Just couldn't get the flick off in time. Expo seeing if there's anybody that wants to give him a second look at A ramp. Virus took a gander, no one home, and has to fall back and respect the smoke. Owen just spamming it. See if there's anybody home. He knows one's there. Avalanche in the meanwhile gets tagged down to 10 HP as Roly is boosted up into mid. Taking a look around. Maybe binoculars. You don't know. CS2. Gaben, thoughts? As the T's slowly make their way back to the B bomb site end. 9 kills in 7.5 rounds, I should say. 20 seconds left. If the Argonauts want to go for this, they better hurry up here. And swings out. Great kill. Finds Redondo. Finds Whale. One more. Gets you one more. No, Virus takes him down. But Man Rocket finds Rolly down in mid. 3-on-2 for the Kitsunes in this retake. Owen plants the bomb, but he is burning in the molly, and he can't get the bomb down, and that's the round.
Oh, feels bad for Owen there. Virus will save the AK, but that is just too bad. Kitsunes pick up the 6th. Once again, the AWP did go down, but Enz has plenty of money to buy into it. Doing such a nice job so far. Holding down that B site. Found a multi-kill the last 2 times that they've pushed it. And that's really unfortunate for Argonauts. You feel like you're so constricted on the map when you can't go B, can't get flashes off the angles. For Enz and A-Ramp, they're doing a very nice job of shutting down, so.
Now Argonauts are the team that is not buying, but also kind of buying. They have one player with a rifle, everybody else has pistols. Expo finds 2, but Rolly finds Expo and says, absolutely not. You shall not be getting more without one-way smoke. Virus also finds Man Rocket with that AK. Now it's a scarier 3-on-3 situation for the Kitsunes. They did find their way out of it in that last round. Elevated Impact finds Rolly's head through the smoke. The bomb is down and has not been planted, and the T's are not near it. Elevated can see that there's nobody in that smoke, so he can call that out to his teammates. Gaben, hopefully you fix that in CS2. That'd be great. Elevated just jiggling the bomb, sees it's still there. Flashes out for the repeat, but Virus not phased by that smoke, by that flash at all. Whale and Virus take down 2 of the 3 remaining CTs, though. Virus is also well aware of Cyber, but he mollies, but he frags out Whale, and he finds Virus's head. Oh, a great play by Cyber to keep his team in it, and he takes 7 for the Kitsunes.
Huge play. Very nice attempt by Argonauts. They were able to, in that mid-round, bomb was down, and they had no util, but they were able to creep up past the bomb site there and almost had that rounds. Very nice save there from Cyber, but it's a good eco, but still at this point, down 7-2, you need to start coming up with some rounds here.
The Kitsunes have for the last few rounds have been teetering on their eco being broken, but because they've kept winning, they have been able to get just enough money to buy everything they've been wanting and more. But all the Argonauts need to do is win this round, and the Kitsunes, besides Cyber, won't really have too much money to their name. Man Rocket throwing some util down a ramp, seeing if he can deter any T's from any shenanigans. Doesn't look like he's succeeded, though, because there's 4 T players slowly making their way through to A. Expo catches that nade for 51 damage. A great nade right on the headshot. Owen on that boost. Can't find Man Rocket, who falls to 10 HP, but he does remain alive. Very important for the Kitsunes. Owen had the first bullet on him. Probably should have had that kill. But Man Rocket, 10 HP. All you got to do is breathe on him, and he'll probably fall over. Rolly's still lurking mid. Seeing if there's a late CT lurker that wants to give him a fight. Nothing going there. Redondo making his way onto the bomb site. He does find one. Rolly also takes out Elevated Impact in the meantime. In mid, and as he inspects jump up to see what's going on, Redondo finds Expo. Gets the trade there. A 3-on-2 for the Argonauts as Redondo puts the bomb down and finds Rolly, the late mid lurker. And as he switches out his op to the AK, he's going to go for this in a 1v2. Uses his smoke to smoke off side hole as opposed to smoking the bomb. And knows one's ramp and other one's probably side hall. But there's no time and no kid and goes for the bomb. Virus says absolutely not, and the Argonauts get their much-needed 3rd round win.
That is huge. Very nice, methodical, slow take of the A site. CT's had some util to deter them for a little while, but very nice job being able to get the bomb down. And now, as you mentioned, their economy was just teetering on failing there, and here it is. It's going to be one SMG bought up, an upgraded pistol, but no more op. You saw how much work that was doing over on the B side, and it's going to be huge that T's have a lot of freedom, but it's a nice push.
The 5 mid eco push has been called once or twice, especially in pugs before. I mean, hey, if you don't have a whole lot to work with, you might as well try to push as a team. And they did get the 1-for-1 trade, which, if you look at the eco, was a great win for the Kitsunes as they drop down ladder to see if they can get somebody down bottom A ramp. But Redondo is holding, but N says absolutely not. Finds him in the side of the head, 3-on-3. Elevated Impact has an AK, and trying to go for the second one, he does get it. The T's know exactly where he is, though. Trying to get out of it is going to be impossible, and Virus ends that possibility from happening. Owen, bottom of A ramp. Expo with just the USP and nothing else. He tries to tap out Whale. Nothing going. Elevated Impact in T-spawn, saving the AK, and that'll be 4 for the Argonauts.
Yeah, big save, even though it's just the one. Very nice job. Expo trying to keep some of the T's on site, so maybe they blow up with the bomb, but unfortunately just dies a little bit too soon. But still, nice save on that AK. It will be the buy coming in for Kitsunes. However, once again, that op will not be able to come out. Don't have the eco for it unless End wanted to go for glass cannon, and he won't do that. So 7-4, we'll see if they can hold it down with just the rifles and keep getting back into this game.
And we'll have to play on B with the M4 as opposed to his op. That was doing a lot of damage, as you were talking about earlier. Virus holding W into yellow. Got stopped by that flash. Expo mollied out. Throws the smoke to save his feet, but they know he's there. Virus, checking PC. No, Mad Rocket does find Virus. That would have been a checking PC moment. Virus did just decide to spam that particular part of the smoke. Owen mollies out sandbags, but Expo has long gone from that spot. He is down to 52 HP, though. Owen making a lot of noise A, potentially as a distraction. And it seems to be the case as the Argonauts are slowly walking down B, but Whale sticks around inside hall, saying, hey, any CTs? You're getting antsy? You want to check? You sure? You sure you don't want to check? Oh, no one's here, I promise. CTs aren't biting those. The rest of his team slowly make their way to B stairs. Whale does get caught. He did get tagged down to 58 on A, as the rest of his team are execing onto B. There's 20 seconds left on the clock. End swings out, flashed, and Redondo finds his head. He's gone for the round. Elevated Impact gets traded out, 3v3, and with 12 seconds to go, the Argonauts will plant Redondo in the wall. He can't get the bomb. The second time this has happened. Owen finds Man Rocket, 3 seconds, no time left. And Whale has to save in T-spawn the second time in 12 rounds that they couldn't get the bomb plant because of the molly.
That is just wild. That happens again. I mean, you got to shout out the Kitsunes util at that point, just doing a very nice job. They didn't have a ton of it going into the round either, so the fact that they were able to save that molly just for the right moment, once again, that wins them the rounds. They're up 8 now. They're going to win out the half, and just a very nice job from them. Looks like we did have a disconnect, so bear with us while we get back into the game here, but wow.
In the meanwhile, we can talk about Vertigo as a map, because I happen to like Vertigo a lot. I think it's the best map in the pool, but I can see that might be a hot take to some. That might be a scorcher to some as well. But I do enjoy me some Vertigo. I am a Vertiglobal. Where do you stand in this controversial issue that is Vertigo?
That is, and the controversial issue, that's the Counter-Strike map pool in general.
Yes,
I,
yes.
I also love Vertigo personally. It seems fairly balanced at this point. And I like to pick up the op quite a bit, and especially compared to some other maps, it seems like there's a little more in terms of options for T-side opping
Mhm.
on this map. So definitely, yeah, there's some nice angles. I think it comes down to a lot of team play, a lot of, you know, uh, working the rotations on both sides, but I enjoy it.
Team play and Counter Strike? Nah, bro. You just hold W and shoot him in the face.
Crazy.
Come on, that's
Crazy.
that's all you got to do. But I do enjoy T side Vertigo. I feel like there's a lot of creativity that can be had with this map as opposed to something like Mirage or Inferno, where we've seen every single piece of creativity that could possibly be had on
Mhm.
those maps throughout the years. I mean, it's the same maps, haven't really changed. I mean, old Inferno, I guess, has changed a little bit, but Mirage has been around for, well, if you ask Face It, 1,000 years, considering how
Yeah.
many games of Mirage are played on Face It every day, specifically in the Chicago server. I'm surprised Chicago Mirage hasn't been like overloaded by Face It. I'm surprised Face It's just like no Mirage today. Can you
Right.
relax? Give Mirage a break. Play something else. But that contingent of Counter Strike gamers are always just like, nope. I exclusively want to play Mirage. Uh, do I know the util? Absolutely not. But you know what? I don't care.
Yeah, util is not important. It's just clicking heads. I agree. Mirage at this point, it's it is the Dust 2 of the map pool. I mean, it kind of was when Dust 2 was in already, anyways. But um, if there was one map I'd like to see changed out of the map pool at this point, it would be Mirage.
But what would you bring? What would you bring in to replace Mirage?
That is a great question. We'll see what happens with Source 2. I would love to see, I mean, I would love to see a new map. But if we were going to bring an old one back, uh, if they were able to make some changes to Cobblestone, that would be cool. Something to make it a little less terrible than the current version is. I like the
Right.
aesthetic of Cobblestone.
Yeah, sure. Anything but train. I've said this on last season's stream, and I've been very vocal about it. It's one of those maps where I will stand firm to this belief forever and ever. That train is a terrible map that should not be played. Period. And I
Interesting.
like to op. I like to op. And let me tell you something. The map is bad, and objectively, you have to look at the map and say it's not great, and it's not built for competitive play. It's fine if you want to play it in MM, like Cash. Cash is a great MM map if you want to go enjoy that. But as a
Mhm.
competitive map, is it really a good map? Seriously? Do you really believe that in your heart of hearts? The answer to that is no. I have to speak for the contingency here, and we
Yeah.
gotta stand by the train haters here in this CSC voice chat and broadcast as we wait on the fifth player for the Argonauts to reconnect here. Uh, do you
Hey,
have a rebuttal to my train take, or do you at least
I'm
semi agree?
I'm not gonna push back too much. I think it's certainly a specialty map. It's not like any of the other maps in the map pool. So what you've said is fair. I won't push back too much, although I enjoy it. I'm not a hater, but there's certainly other maps that I would like to see first.
Train is one of the maps of all time, and that's about it. That's all. That's the only pleasant thing I could say about that map. But anyway, here we go. We're back in Vertigo, which is objectively not even comparable. Such an amazing map, especially compared to the audacity that is Train. But anyways, everybody's back for the Argonauts. We are live in round 13. Back and Adam. End has a shotgun. I don't know if you've noticed. End
Yeah,
has,
let's
first
go.
of all, he has head armor. 4 players have head armor for the Kitsunes, which, I mean, I guess if they meet Wales Galil, that'll do something for them. But Everybody else is an AK, so I don't know how that will impact them. They bought all in anyway, so I guess you might as well buy the head armor for the sake of it. Cyber just standing tall. And he does find Redondo. A couple of kills going the Kitsunes' way. A 5-on-2 now. Rolly creeping up to get the bomb. Swings out. Finds Expo, but just couldn't get the trade. Couldn't get him to go down and wail. 34 HP and a dream. 1v4. The CTs know where the bomb is. They have a good idea of where he's coming from. And 40 seconds left. There's not a whole lot he can do here. And, by the way, does throw the shotgun off the face of the planet and finds himself an AK-47. We're here for the spice. I get it.
Yeah.
And Cyber finally ends that round. The Kitsunes have 9. But the shotgun, that was a... He also... I think he had quite a bit of money to start. But he decided to go with the shotgun anyway. And that is a choice.
Yeah, that is a choice that you can make, just like how Train is a map in Counter-Strike, as you said. But it works out for him. If there's a place to play a shotgun on CT side Vertigo, it's B ramp, and nice job being able to pick up the AK in the end. So once again, an eco for Argonauts.
Yes, the 5-go A-ramp strat for the T's. Expo finds 1, has to run away. He's down to 5 HP.
Ooh.
Almost got timinged. Side haul, but just manages to find the molly and throw it in time. Man Rocket does go down, and Expo at 5 HP. Owen through the smoke finds Cyber. Check him PC. That is not normally. But Owen says, to hell with A, we're gonna go B. As well, it just sticks around again. He likes this lurk roll. That's what he's been doing this whole map to start, but they've slowly starting to catch on. Owen creeping back up to A. The rest of his team are also
they fully rotated.
Starting to creep back up to A because they've done this before. They would make a lot of noise A, but that end up B. And this time around, Owen calls for the fake B, go back to A, but the molly once again stops the bomb plant from being had. Owen holding on to Ellie, swings out, but elevated impact finds bullet 1 faster than Owen. Oh, if he was just a hair slower, that could have been something scary. But elevated impact finds both Virus and Whale for the rest of the Argonauts to go down. He gets his 3-piece. And the Kitsunes, that was a little scary for them, especially early on. Expo down to 5 HP, but he manages to stay alive, and the Kitsunes have 10.
Yeah, a little shaky. I was going to single out that exact same thing as well, though. Expo, the fact that he was able to get that molly down and stop the side hall player from pushing through is massive, because the other A player was already down. He was just about to go down. That would have been a free bomb site for the Argonauts, but nice job. Keeping the round alive at 10 now, finding double digits, and the AWP is back out. However, it is on Man Rocket, actually. I don't know if he had a spawn, maybe. Yeah, towards A, it looks like.
Owen peeking bottom ramp, sees no aggression being had there. But Rolly, though, does find some aggression out of elevated impact and also finds his head and chops it clean off with a bullet. He goes down. Main advantage for the Argonauts as they look to take mid control. And now all alone on an island on B. The Argonauts have mid. They also are about to have B here in a second if they hurry. But now Cyber rotating to B. Doesn't look like it's going to matter, though. Virus finds Man Rocket, the trade from Expo onto Rolly for the man advantage. Still for the Argonauts, 4v3. Whale at Wood sees nothing, but Virus is all the way up A. He's calling the bomb site clear, and the T's are going mid to A. Looks like Expo has sniffed it out. Will he check for Virus? No, he has no idea.
Ooh.
Smokes go out for the T's, but End does find Owen through the smoke, and End finds another! Redondo goes down. Virus, though, they have no idea he's there. Yep. Expo goes down. So does Cyber. what was a scare around for the Argonauts a second ago, now a 2v1 advantage. The bomb is down, 20 seconds to go. Hasn't been planted, but Whale Avalanche ends the round. No sweat there. He takes down End, and that was a scare around for the Argonauts, but they do find 5.
Yeah, that's big. Difference between 11-4, 10-5 is huge, especially if they can win the pistol here. They're certainly still in the game, and really, so far, Kitsunes, it's coming down to some heavy hitters. Cyber at 14-6, Expo 15-6. So if those players start to slow down at all on this T side, which can certainly happen, then definitely have a game.
Well, spin zone. Kitsunes didn't want to be 11-4 because, because of the, they didn't,
Right,
they didn't want to go down the path. They wanted to avoid it. They didn't want to be 11-4. They didn't want to be in a meme. They didn't want to end up in that CSC end of the year special where you take a look at the scoreboard and says, "Oh, it's 11-4. Oh, this is easy," and then they lose. You don't want to be a part of that.
Right.
That's my theory on why they lost that last round. But in the meantime, Virus with the dualies holding on to side hold, gets some damage on the Man Rock, but Virus down to 63 as well. Whale down to 20 with some spam. Owen swings out, sees nobody home. There's a couple down a ramp, though. Virus does find Man Rocket. 5v4 for the Argonauts. All quiet on A. Expo finds Redondo, and that's the only B player. Expo swings out to Rolly. Now there's help from Owen as well, who is on jump up. And Owen and Virus take down Cyber and Expo. Elevated Impact, though, manages to find Virus and
Ooh.
cleans up 2 of the CTs on A. The Argonauts had the man advantage. They had the round until they didn't. Rolly, the last player alive, is Heaven. Takes Elevated Impact down low, but not low enough. End finds Rolly's head, takes it clean off, and the Kitsunes bring that pistol round back, and they get their 11th round on the board.
That is huge. What's so interesting about that is the first half of that pistol round was the exact same as the first pistol round we saw. T's throw that side hull smoke to get up to bomb site, but they're not able to plant in time before it disappears, and then things kind of fall apart. The difference there, Expo is able to find that frag on the B site, draws some rotations, and then End, just with some heroics, pushes through default box on A and finds a couple.
And we're very well aware of the mid push. He finds Owen's head. That gets placed on the mantle until the next round. Redondo with just a 5-7. Seeing if there's anybody on B stairs, but he doesn't find Expo. Redondo down to 12 HP. Virus down. A lot of the CTs down low. Man Rocket couldn't see anything, but gets Virus anyway. Sometimes it just be like that. If you're a CT, you get spammed, and even though all you see is white, doesn't matter. 3-on-3 Redondo does take care of Expo, but Rolly, they don't know he's here. The trigger discipline, Rolly finds Man Rocket with that MP9. They know he's back behind, but Cyber finds a swinging whale, takes him down. Rolly now switched out to the AK, does find End, and now a 2-on-1 for the Argonauts. And they know exactly where Cyber is. Cyber 8 HP. Finds absolutely nothing. He does tag Rolly, not enough. And the Argonauts, off of a forced round win, find their 6th.
Rolly Coly Poly single-handedly wins that round for the Argonauts. I know a couple other players found kills, but that discipline from him to stay down at the bottom of the ladder and then just peek out at the very perfect right time, find the kills, and then nice job playing together. That was a huge investment for them. They would be saving, and Kitsunes would be up on 13 if they lost that round. So very nice job to keep his team in the game.
The Force by Wars are back and better than ever. The Kitsunes bought Tech 9s and 1 Mac 10. Redondo swings out, finds 2, but Man Rocket cleans up Redondo and has the bomb site. is dead on arrival. Cyber, with that Tech 9, finds Rolly. And now all of a sudden a 3-on-3. The bomb might get planted. Owen sneaks around the...
Oh, no.
Sneaks around 2. He does find 2 kills, but the bomb does get planted. Quick cleanup by the Argonauts to get to 7. But hey, the bomb was planted, and for a second there, the Kitsunes made it a little dangerous.
Yeah, that was getting very dangerous. That was a heroic play once again from the CTs, pushing around and somehow finding the planter and an extra there. Brings him up to 7. Even with the plant, not enough for Kitsunes to buy into this round, so we should see the eco from them before the next gun round here.
Couple of pistols being had. Cyber has full armor and a Tech 9. And only Man Rocket, the only other player with armor, down to 3K. Looking like Man Rocket's probably saving for an op. Maybe for Owen. Not for Owen, for End. Rolly loves this one way. He absolutely loves this one way. He throws it frequently on the CT side. He does manage to find one before getting caught out. And Redondo and Owen clean up mid-aggression. Only End with that Deagle and Man Rocket. But Man Rocket says, I don't need a Deagle. All he needs is a P250 and Owen's face to shoot at. But Redondo says that's all you're going to get. He swings out the MP9, knows End is there, cleans up, gets a lot of money with that MP9 SMG. And the Argonauts now bringing this back. It's now 11-8.
Nice heads-up play from Redondo there. Once that mid-player went down for the second time, they figured that Tees would probably try to go grab that M4 and ready for it. So very nice job from them. And we're going to see, as you said, the op come out. Man Rocket is wielding it for the T side, Owen on the CT side, so definitely can get some work done for their team.
Man Rocket peeking through that molly, but the second molly cleans out any potential angle he had. Elevated impact, though. Dry swings Whale and finds his head, takes it clean off. Man advantage now for the Kitsunes. Owen holding a pixel angle into side hall. Doesn't find anything and tries to nade it instead. Finds nothing. Cyber looking for any aggression. None there. Rolly in his wheelhouse in mid, playing that sandbag position. It is radio silent here. Expo swings out and finds Rolly through. What an absolute pre-fire at him. A nice play out of Expo. That spot is being pre-fired more and more now as CTs tend to play that with more frequency. Kitsune is a 5-on-3 advantage, and it looks like the Argonauts are just going to save. It's going to be 12 for the Kitsunes.
Yeah, wow. Very nice job from Kitsunes there. It's, Argonauts should be able to buy if they keep all 3 of these alive, but it looks like T's are hunting a little bit already.
Whale is sitting at $6,300. He can buy a lot of people. Expo goes down. He looked for the hunt, and he became the hunted. That gets taken down, and also went for the late hunt, but Redondo well aware of that. Couple of trades going to Elevated Impact and Owen, who secures the up and lives another day. And the Kitsunes do find 12, but that was a little expensive for them.
Yeah, a little more expensive than you'd like. And Argonauts will full buy into this. As you mentioned, Whale had plenty of money to drop over the M4. Still a close game. 4 rounds separating them, but nice showing from both teams so far.
All the toys out for everybody involved. Man Rocket, the early pick onto Owen. And they try to aggress off of that onto B, but Redondo finds one. He fights 2. A really nice hold out of Redondo to find not just the trade, but also finding the man advantage. And the T's now don't really know what to do with this information. Redondo says B is closed. There is nobody here for you to kill. Better luck next time. Elevated Impact, meanwhile, looking at Sandbag, seeing if there's anybody home. There isn't, but of course we know that, and he doesn't. Virus gets his head taken clean off by Cyber. A nice peek out of him. He's been on that YPRAC map. That's, you know, if you're not on that YPRAC aim training map, then you got to get on that, because if you're not, you can't pre-fire like that. That's how you know. That's how you know Cyber's been practicing. Bomb is down on A. 3-on-3 retake for the Argonauts. Elevated Impact just spamming headshots, seeing if there's anybody that's already there. The retake smoke is out. Elevated Impact swings and finds 2, but couldn't get the kill on either of them. Redondo sticking the defuse as the rest of his teammates go for it. Expo just kisses Redondo on the cheek as Redondo finds the bomb defuse. I mean, all right, you know, that's the smoke just dissipated so close. If it was just a second early, a half a second early, the Kitsunes win that round. But Expo just kisses Redondo and says, "You know what? You deserve this round. You get that defuse off." You couldn't see him, but you know, the kiss landed. That's all that matters.
Yeah, just a little smooch. And interesting enough, Argonauts won the rounds, but you could argue that Kitsune's buy is better here. 5 AKs. And it's about even utility, so they could definitely win this, and Argonauts would be forced to eco after that.
Expo finds the entry under Rolly down in mid. B util being thrown. Redondo throws the smoke in retaliation. Is well aware that the T's could aggress off of that. He does find Man Rocket with nades in his hand, fuffing through them. Redondo on high alert, knows one is still white box, but does he know about the wood player? Man Rocket says, I don't care that you know I'm here. I'm going to swing out anyway. Man Rocket finds one, can't get Owen, but a couple of trades going to Kitsune's way. Virus, FAMAS, and a Dream does find 2. Okay, down to 39 HP. Elevated Impact, very low. And Cyber with not a lot of HP either. Virus flashes out onto B, but Elevated Impact knows he's CT. And doesn't matter, Virus, well aware. What was a 1v4 or a 2v4, now a 1v1. And Cyber cleans up the loose change. That was very dangerous, because if the bomb was nowhere near B, the bomb was essentially in Narnia. If Virus just stayed alive, they win. Of course, he didn't know that, but in theory, in a parallel universe, they win that round. A lot of damage from Virus and his FAMAS, or as we've discovered from Gregorovich last night on Contender Semis, the plural of FAMAS is FAMIS.
Oh, FAMIS. Interesting. I've been saying it wrong. My apologies.
It's better late than never, Mark. You know, if you are unaware of something, at least you've discovered it later on, as opposed to never having discovered it at all. And Greg was nice enough to teach us that the plural of FAMAS was indeed FAMIS, as opposed to whatever else people have been saying.
Right. Well, no FAMIS in this round so far. Argonauts, did they just call back-to-back timeouts?
Looks like they did.
So it is a very tough one for them. They've bought up into the rounds. And if they lose this, it's going to be 14 for Kitsunes. They won't really have much at all to stop them from 15. So this round's probably the most important so far.
Interesting to hear what Owen's going to call, because this is a critical round for the Argonauts right now. They have no money. They've invested everything that they possibly could have into this round. If the Kitsunes do end up taking it, it'll probably be map 1 secured for them. Owen 5-7 and head armor again. Three CTs buying head armor.
This is huge.
Redondo pushing his way through ramp.
Wow.
The two MP9s managed to survive and pick up some goodies along the way. But Expo in T-spawn, he sees the bomb. Manages to find some aggressive players, now down with 3-on-3. Cyber jump jiggles as he tries to get his teammate to swing out and get the kill, but Cyber, well aware, finds him in the face. Virus not checked by Cyber in time. A 2-on-2. Everybody has an AK. Redondo does find Expo trying to get through B, and now Elevated Impact also finds Redondo's AK, and that is the round. A critical win for the Argonauts. What a play out of the B players to find those two early picks down near bottom ramp.
Massive plays coming out from them. They had to have that round to stay in this match, and what a call. That's confidence right there. You're down that far and you decide to push B ramp like that. Huge plays. Shout out Redondo. 3K in that round. 23 and 16. Top of the server now. Shutting down the B site.
All the Kitsunes have are 4 Glocks and 1 Tech 9 on Cyber to stay at 2K. Redondo with the peek on the double knows that there's at least a couple of pistols coming B side. Broly finds Expo. Redondo takes out Elevated Impact. There's a Man Rocket though with that Glock, you know, doing a little bit of damage here. Does find one. Rolly with that M4, 20 bullets, only 20 bullets. He got taken down by N's Glock, but Virus will clean it up. And now, what was of the Kitsune is on the verge of potentially winning Vertigo, now is only a 2-round deficit, so 13-11.
And still, their economy is not great. Definitely can't get an op. I don't know if they buy into this round or not. It's a tough call. Looks like some upgraded pistols. If they lose this, that's going to put Argonauts at 12, one away from tying it up. And boy,
And Virus has $5,000. Probably means an op for Owen in this next round, most likely, if need be. Cyber, though, does find an open onto Virus as he tries to run away. Cyber finds another one. Okay. All of a sudden, Owen, okay, Cyber a little bit ambitious there on that third peak. Feel like they, at this point, we're waiting for you, but you know what? I respect it. Elevated Impact finds Whale with the Deagle. They don't need rifles. All they need is Tech 9s and Deagles. 3-on-1 for the Kitsunes, and they have the bomb, and they are sprinting towards B. They know Owen's on A. And so does he.
Yeah, this should, at this point, definitely be a round for Kitsunes to even have a smoke to lock him out of the bomb site if he even tries to go for it. What a play by them.
It looked so good for the Argonauts until it didn't. And Owen is going to take a gander. Probably won't go for it, but jiggling some corners, seeing if there's anybody close that wants to give him a quick fight. He knows that 2 of them, or at least a couple, don't have rifles, but Man Rocket says, absolutely not. You will not be coming into this round. You will be instead 6 feet under, and the Kitsune is now 2 rounds away from winning map number 1.
And just like that, the game turns again. Argonauts, they do not have a goodbye. Sure, Virus has some money. Whale Avalanche has a little bit. They're going to call their last time out, think things through, though. And what a nice job from Kitsunes. They just... it seems like half the time that the Ts win the A site, it's just from catching the CTs falling back from playing up on ramp, falling back towards the other side of the default site, and that's exactly what happened there. They were able to find one just going up side halls so quick, and then actually found a second too, and boy, I can't believe we've just had 3 crazy changes, although the rounds themselves, the scoreboard doesn't reflect it. The economy itself has just been swaying back and forth. Kitsune's so close to taking it now.
And the Argonauts are on 5-7s. They will not buy into this. They will rather play for overtime, unless, I mean, we have seen ecos work out well for both teams. Owen sprinting down ramp, but Virus finds elevated impact. Cyber though takes out Owen, takes out Rolly. Couple of trades though, all of a sudden 3-on-3, 2 AKs on the CTs, but the bomb. NA, was that an NA molly on the bomb site for the Kitsunes? I mean, it doesn't. I guess it doesn't matter, but you know they do collect the bomb plant. Virus maybe looking to get some exit kills as Redondo and Whale. It is a 3-on-3, but they will save instead. Do you like this call out of the Argonauts?
I do. It's a very tough call to make, but no kits. And a couple players lit already. No Kevlar on either of the AK players. It's just too far gone at that point. So they should, with this save, they will have a nice buy going into the next rounds. And Iris tries to pick one up, but ends finds him. So yeah, 4 rounds in a row if they want to tie it up. Certainly doable. But Kitsune's playing a very nice T side so far.
Kitsunes have 4 rounds to work with here. All the toys that they want and more. The Argonauts no op on Owen as they look to defend their map pick of Vertigo. Some util being thrown each side, as is the standard for Vertigo. Most of it on A, because of course. Whale flashes out to A, seeing that deters anybody from peeking it. The Kitsune say, no, actually, it doesn't. But thanks for trying. They tried to molly out headshot, but that misses. Not sure if they know that, but Redondo does find the opener on the man rocket. Minute on the clock. Rolly is on that quick flank down a ramp. The bomb is down. Will they check for it? There's 2 flanks, actually. Redondo and Rolly are both flanking them onto the bomb site, but Cyber is quick to the punch here and takes out one of them. But do they know about Redondo? Do they keep checking? Elevated impact on that off angle. Finds 1, finds 2, and that is it. The Kitsunes take map number 1 from the Argonauts, 16-11. And we are on to map 2 very soon. Mark, your thoughts?
That is just a very well done. To get back into that game, and almost easily did, but Owen not being able to pick up the op too much. Their economy was just not great from most of that CT side, and Kitsune's very nice job taking it.
Kitsune's 1 map win away from advancing to the Season 10 Chali Finals. Map number 2 will be Nuke. I'll be right back after this.
Never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves. We won't let the world burn away. Burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake it to the back of the pack. Kill it anyway. To play. inside of myself. I cannot look away. About to crash into my face. Just another day on the shelf. Pull me from my silhouette. Years have been astray. Now a broken shell remains. I cannot embrace what I regret. Round and round, around I go. The spinning makes me ill. An image held inside the very world I build. Please help now, 'cause I can eat.
And we are back. I am Charles Bells along with Marky M, and we are on Nuke. The Kitsunes took down the Argonauts map pick of Vertigo 16-12, and now they look to 2-0 potentially to go all the way to the finals. They 2-0'd the Ravens in the quarters, and they will try their best to do the same against the Argonauts. Now, the Argonauts did 2-0 my team, the Upside Spaghetti, in the quarters, and they did beat us on Vertigo on map number 2, and they fell on their own map pick of Vertigo tonight on map number 1. So we'll see how the Argonauts respond. But Mark, do you think we'll see the map 3 that is Overpass tonight?
Definitely a possibility. Side note, it's interesting that you keep bringing up that you guys lost against the Argonauts. I haven't brought it up a single time. It's just funny to me. But anyways, there's
know your opponents, Mark. Okay, listen.
yeah.
I'm
You got
here.
that-
I'm here to bring the context, and the context is that they beat the bleep out of us. It's fine. It's fine. But we're here and we're live.
you think so?
Anyways, we have Pistol around Rolly and the rest of his team going into lobby, and with just the USP to his name, does have armor. Holding down ramp. Owen with the smoke outside. As the A pop hits, and Whale and Redondo with 2 picks out fast, and does find Owen, but will that be something that Kitsunes can build on? Man Rocket out in heaven gets flashed. They are aware of his presence up there. Whale tries to swing into Emma. Virus is there to pick up the kill. And now he's just baiting for time as Redondo also finds Expo, and now a 1v4 for Man Rocket. Up in heaven, it takes off the silencer and finds Redondo with the first bullet without the silencer.
What?
Okay, all right, well. And then he dies. So, I don't, maybe take the silencer off the USP. Is that what I'm seeing? Because
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Wow. Very nice delayed A hit there from Argonauts. Kitsunes were ready for it. They had a molly. They threw it squeaky. Perfect, textbook. And Argonauts just waited 10 seconds and then hit. Worked out.
sure, all USPs on the Kitsunes. Not a whole lot of anything. Elevated Impact tries to swing out onto Owen's Mac 10, but Owen finds the better of him. As the rest of the CTs look to lobby crunch, and what they'll find is an empty ramp because everybody else is already down B. Owen takes out Expo and his USP as the eco frags continue to roll in. Nothing doing for the Kitsunes with their pistols. They also know End is single. I don't know about his IRL situation, but at least in Nuke, he is single. He was single anyway. Now he's dead. But the Argonauts find a clean sweep onto round number 2, and now their eco starting to build. This is their bonus round.
You know, they lost that round because that time they didn't take off the USP silencers.
Yeah. You're right.
So
Yep.
Man Rocket on the op, glass cannon. No Kevlar.
Interesting to see what he does there. A fast A hit from the Argonauts. Flashes out. Cyber, though, takes care of Rolly. Couple of trades going on. An elevated impact off of that off angle and Heaven. Takes out 2, and Expo finds the rest. Kitsunes open up their scoring on Nuke, and that was a fast A hit that the Kitsunes read pretty darn well.
Yeah, they had a nice setup for that one. On top of Silo, one in the rafters, and nice job keeping 4 alive. It was a bonus round for the Argonauts. They had some SMGs, so might as well go for the fast play. Now they will buy into the rifles, have plenty of util, and should be able to be a little more competitive into this round.
Man Rocket does buy armor now, does buy head armor as well. We're gonna keep going back to that because again, it's 350. It's not too much money, but that could be the difference between buying a rifle and buying a FAMAS or FAMIS, if you will. Owen finds Expo, couldn't see a damn thing, just spamming through smokes, spamming through anything that could possibly be had, and he finds Expo's head. In the meanwhile, and Redondo also takes out Man Rocket and the op. The op is out for the round, and Virus also eliminates Elevated Impact's ability to make an Elevated Impact. And now a 5v1 as End also falls. Cyber, the only one left for the Kitsunes, and the Argonauts finding 3 of the first 4 rounds on their T side. They're looking good.
Yeah, looking very good there. Just winning all of their individual fights. Man Rocket, unfortunately, a little slow to the trigger on the op there, but the T's back was turned, so he was maybe just looking to hit the shot quickly, but the teammate was there to find it first, and yeah, keeping 5 alive will be huge. In the regular season, Argonauts played Nuke once. They won it. Meanwhile, Kitsunes played it 3 times. We're 1-2. But if Argonauts can get a good start on the T side, you know how important that is on Nuke here, so.
The Kitsunes call their first timeout, a quick timeout, actually. What do you think about this timeout? Would you rather save because I mean, are they might be talking about their eco. Cyber has full util, a kit, full head armor, and an A4. Everybody else's money isn't that great. What do you think they're talking about in this timeout?
Yeah, there's a couple different options they could go with in this round in particular. They have a little bit of money to buy in down to 2K, it looks like is what they're going to do. So if they can maybe just get the right read and put that M4 in the right spot, maybe stack a couple players into a site, could work out. So maybe that's what they're talking about. But if not, next round will be the important gun round. So still, though, 3-1 already. If they lose this, it'll be 4, and Argonauts can easily start running away with the half.
Owen has the op, and the T's are starting to build an eco for themselves here. Only rifle is on Cyber, who of course saved it from the last round. Everybody else upgraded pistols. Expo only had 2K, so he bought nothing. Owen sees one credit card, gets tagged down to 50, and also misses with the op shot. Expo, a nice headshot on to Owen. Elevated impact through hut. Is just holding for any lobby aggression. Rolly also seeing, hey, I'm here, and I have a weapon that's better than yours. Redondo checking hut, nice pick, nice read. Tagged the 40, but it doesn't look like that's gonna matter. Man Rocket into secret. Virus is well prepared for that. Takes him out of the round. And though does find Rolly in the meanwhile. Only 2 left. I should say 1. Thank you, Whale, for correcting me. Takes down Cyber. And the last one alive with the AK. Redondo and Virus are tagged a little bit, but Whale is at 100 HP. He's saving the op for Owen. It looks like End will try to save the AK unless... The timing of all timings. Do they know? Do they check Redondo? Swings and checks it anyway. A great read out of him. That could have gotten very dangerous, but Redondo on top of it as the Argonauts take their fourth.
Yeah, aim punch saves them a little bit there, but still though, Argonauts, very nice job, 3-on-1 going together. Not wanting to give anything away. Kitsune's on that full buy now. And picks up the AWP and an AUG. Again, we're seeing quite a few AUG purchases in these couple maps here.
Do you okay, so here's the important question. Do you blame Carrigan or do you credit Carrigan? Or do you do both?
I credit him. I credit him. AUG can definitely be powerful depending on where you use it.
Whale should not be alive. I don't know how he is. He got spammed by Man Rocket, got spammed through the smoke as well, and somehow with 15 HP to his name is not dead. But End does make Rolly dead for sure. Man Rocket gets 8 down to 54. He eats that nade. But because this is Counter-Strike, the nades don't do 100% of damage to you, even if you are literally on top of it. But Redondo finds 2 entries onto the A-bomb site. Finally does get traded. Now, Whale finds Man Rocket, who tried to peek out of secret, also finds Cyber, and now last alive. They know exactly where he is. Bomb down.
Oh.
Virus swings out, finds End. Owen just manages to win that off battle. They knew exactly where each other was, but End just a little off the mark. That would have been a sick clutch out of him, but Owen says, no. You don't understand. This is our map. This is our round, and they take 5.
Yeah, nice attempt. I can't believe Virus peeked that, actually. Once they figured out that AWP was heaven, they planted on the other side of the silos, and still he peeks right into the scope. Almost gives the round away, but Argonauts, nice job. Redondo, top frags last match on Vertigo, and sitting at 9-3 already. This one really wants to push it to the 3rd for their team, and it's looking good so far.
The Kitsunes won on their map pick of Vertigo. Excuse me, I apologize. I think I said that was the Argonauts map pick. As Owen managed to find the entry with the up on the credit card. Man Rocket sits down for the round as Virus is walking up all the way into mini. Will he chuck elevated impact? Oh, he absolutely does. Elevated impact. Not a single clue. Somebody could already be close. And with a couple of pistols left, short work of them. End, though, does make it a little bit more expensive than the Argonauts would have liked to see. He got 2 kills with that P250. Not enough, but some damage done. But the Argonauts have won 6 of the first 7 rounds.
Yeah, 2 rounds in a row and finding a multi-kill from Heaven. Just a Heaven professional. I think that's called an Angel. Nice job there, and
He'll be here all week, folks. Tip your waitress.
Yes. Double up setup coming out from Kitsunes now. They want to start locking things down, and they really have to. 6-1 getting away from them, and see where they decide to position these.
End on ramp. Not seeing anything early. Oh, team just waiting each other out. The smoke wall is out. Molly thrown down secret. Stops Whale from potentially going down. He could have been spotted out there for a second. He was kind of stuck there out in the middle of nowhere. Lucky that no CT saw him try to cross. Whale, because he stayed alive, falls down secret and finds Expo in the head. Man advantage for the Argonauts once again. Rolly just listening to the ramp player, not aggressing, just taking a gander, seeing what's out there. Cyber in useless right now. Can't trade for his teammate who died from Whale peeking out mini. And Rolly also finds End. So this the Kitsunes right now, their CT side on this map, not looking too good. This is going to be 7 for the Argonauts. I would imagine the Kitsunes have to save. And through 8 rounds here. The Argonauts are in control, and they want to make sure of it.
I singled out Redondo earlier, but Whale Avalanche, the sub, coming in right there with him at 9-2 so far. And boy, Kitsune's confidence has got to be in the gutters at this point. They just try to double op setup. Both ops go down, and at this point, you're just thinking, what can we possibly do to get back into this game?
Couple of kills on the Argonauts, trying to make it a little bit more expensive, but Rolly jumps through Heaven Ladder and takes out Elevated Impact. Okay, that's not a... That is definitely a play that you can make. Cyber also finds Redondo, and Cyber finds Rolly. So Owen, the last one alive on the map with 25 HP, but that was expensive for the Argonauts, even though 3 of their players were over $10,000 heading into this round. They still have to invest a good amount of money, and the Kitsunes made it expensive.
Yeah, definitely very expensive for both sides, though. I mean, that hurts Kitsunes a lot at that point. They're forced to some upgraded pistols and Kevlar. 7-1 now. They just need to stack something and pray that Argonauts run into it.
Couple of Deagles, some 5.7s. Although the Kitsunes find too early end in his coveted Heaven position, is the last one alive as the rifles take care of everybody else on the CT side. And Whale wants to clean up the loose change. The NA Molly coming out doesn't quite land Heaven. I guess you could say it landed in the pits of hell, but that's...
Hey.
Yeah,
Ooh.
what nice shot. It wouldn't be accurate because, you know, it landed on A and not hell. But you know what?
Close
not every joke can be a winner here.
I like it.
As the Kitsunes have found very recently that not every CT round can be a round win either.
Yeah, not even close to a good percentage of them either. 8-1 now. Argonauts winning the half on the T side at the very least, and they have a lot more rounds to rack up, and the only one getting much done on the CT side so far. Will buy into it. They're going to pick up the op once again, but still it seems like Argonauts hitting every other place other than where End is at, and at that point all they can do is find a couple consolation frags and get out of there. So
Man Rocket, 1 kill, 31 ADR. The Kitsunes really need him to pick it up here as round number 10 gets going. Some movement towards ramp. Man Rocket, person we just talked about, threw a nade. Doesn't find any damage, but there's a lot of guys coming towards him. Can he withstand the pressure? The T's get smoked out only for a second as they run through the smoke, and now he gets help from hell.
Oh,
Redondo fuffing with his nades. Gets met with Expo's lead in his skull. The T's will regroup in lobby. Redondo had the crosshair. He had the read, but he just switched to his molly as Expo swung out hell. She's a fickle being, that timing. If you don't respect her, she will make you pay for it. Redondo felt that firsthand in this round. 40 seconds to go, and taking a look at outside, there's nobody here, or is there? There's multiple outside throwing their util. And seeing if he get somebody for free. Endo finds one, tries to anyway, misses the shot as the T's will go from outside to A, and the upper and their top fragger goes down. Couldn't get the impact that was necessary on the outside angle, but elevated impact though manages to find 2. And this is a much-needed Kitsunes round number 2. Elevated Impact with that timely swing, manages to find 2 out mini. A big, big, big win for the Kitsunes, especially with End falling outside without getting a single kill.
Yeah, keeping 3 alive. Nice try, and repositioning the op towards outside, and it was really that frag over in ramp area there, as you said. T just messing around with their nades, unfortunate timing, but sometimes that's all it takes to get a team back into the game. They're able to get the advantage, and they found a second at least.
A lot of util being thrown outside. 0-8 and nade down to 49 HP. Whale Avalanche, by the way, the contender sub leading the server with 12 kills as the Argonauts are down in secret. Making some noise. The CT should have some kind of understanding that they are down. And now Molly makes it pretty clear that, hey, we're here and we're ready to take a fight. But Elevated Impact finds Whale to get that entry. Man Rocket in dark already, and that's the bomb. Bomb is down, and so is Owen and Rolly. A 5v2 advantage for the Kitsunes on their CT side. A very important round for them. Man Rocket finds Redondo, but he's met with Redondo's lead. And also Virus finds Expo, but End will end Redondo, if you will. I don't know if you will, but you will either way. And Virus with the jiggle peek onto Elevated Impact. That he has the bomb. And he's making a lot of noise. 30 seconds to go, and he is gonna save, I guess.
Oh, he does not have the bomb, actually.
He doesn't. Oh, well, okay. The bomb is still on B. He got some kills, and he made it expensive for the Kitsunes, but they will pick up round number 3. That was a 5v2 for the Kitsunes, turned into a 2v1. That could have been dangerous, and it is expensive, but they win.
Yeah, it's obviously the economy very important here. It will be a third for Kitsunes. Argonauts should be able to buy into this. It's not going to be the prettiest thing in the world, but I did like the change of pace last rounds. Did a little bit of a fast outside take. Didn't work out in the end, but still a chance to do some damage. Double op setup again for Kitsunes, though. These pistols might run one of them down quicker than they can pull the trigger.
Man Rocket misses that shot. Somehow manages to not find a kill, but gets one. Got handcuffed by all the pistols running at him. Redondo with the op now, running at the bomb, collects it, and will plant Astralis. No, or not. Just plants it at B. Never mind. The bomb does manage to go down after Elevated Impact just swings out a hair too late. Rolly with the P250 finds Elevated Impact, the last man alive for them, but End will end that. I'm sorry, I had to make the joke again, and I will not apologize for it. The Kitsunes, that was scary for them. The Man Rocket got run down. He only found the one. Somehow didn't find anybody on his initial shot. The whole team was there running through Trophy, and somehow that op shot found none of them. But the Kitsunes did bounce back from that, as they have now taken 3 rounds in a row, and they will take a timeout.
Yeah, they know it's going to be the buy coming out from Argonauts. So they want to keep this streak going. 3 in a row in the later stages of this half can still bring it up to 7. And boy, they would love that. As you said, it was Argonauts' map pick, so pretty well versed on the T-side workings of Nuke, but see what happens here. It's just going to be the 1-op this time, which is plenty still. I'll give it over to Man Rocket. Hopefully he can get into this game. Still at 4 frags so far, but time to get back in it.
The quick A util being thrown out for the Argonauts. They are onto the bomb site. Owen takes 2 down before Redondo goes down, but the bomb isn't planted. They know that both of them are Heaven. Virus takes down 1. Last one alive, Man Rocket with that op. Virus is staring right at him. First Molly misses. The second one will hit. They hear him getting tagged in it, and Owen will be on the hunt. The labored spray, 4 HP. Just breathe on him. Light breeze. All you need for Man Rocket to go. I mean, they know exactly where he is. I would be very surprised if he manages to find a way to survive. I would have to imagine they go hunting here. Owen, jiggling. Will he get out of it? Okay. Well, he manages to go into CT, so he has escaped for the time being, but they will chase. Will Man Rocket survive? Oh, the flash. Flash finds nobody, but Man Rocket does find Owen, although Virus ends any hope of Man Rocket saving that op, and he will take it for himself. Thank you very much. And the Argonauts back on the board. They have 9.
Yeah, they are back on the board. They've tried that fast play a couple times now and found the weakness in the A site that time. Gonna put Kitsunes in a tough position. They will force buy into this. Only 1 FAMAS, so that's what we'll call it. And an SMG here.
Not the greatest of buys out of the Kitsunes, and if they lose this round, their eco for the last round is going to be real bad. So they are putting all of their eggs in this basket. The FAMAS tags Virus down to 27, but 2 of the Kitsunes are already out of the round. Make that 3 with Owen taking out Man Rocket with the op. Redondo down at B. The bomb is being planted, and the CTs want absolutely nothing to do with this round. Or Cyber looking at a way in, but he says, nah, I'm good, actually. We have no money, and we got to get out of here. And that was the right decision. Could have jumped down vent, could have tried to do something, but their eco is bad, and they need to save every dollar that they can for this last round. The Argonauts are up to 10.
Yeah, I almost thought about going down that vent, but definitely the right call to save. His teammate over on ramp got 3 mollies thrown his way in a matter of 10 seconds, and yeah, Argonauts double digits now. Kitsunes definitely need to pick up this last round if they want to get back into this game here. Or, you know, as we said last map, 11-4. Maybe they just throw this round.
Sonic Slaw, baby. Potentially, you know, they see the scoreline and they go, oh, well, you know, maybe we should lose this because, hey, it worked out for the Kitsunes. They avoided Sonic's Law and they won the round. But Owen, check him, PC. What a shot. Rolly also finds elevated impact. Man Rocket with the shotgun in mini. Does this work for him? Absolutely not. Owen finds the tag. Cyber, though, gets to the A4, the A1 with 20 bullets. Ends the life of Cyber. Pre-patch, or the A4 gets all 3. But Cyber, with only 20 bullets, manages to find 2 and, let's say, 7/8 of Redondo. Last round, end in a 1v3 situation. They can hear him running. They know exactly where he is. Switches out to the AK. And needs a miracle to get this done. He also has no kit. It doesn't matter. Redondo on the op will take care of that. And the Argonauts are in Sonic's Law territory. It's level 4.
Man Rocket wanted to throw that rounds with the XM. And they did. So here we are. Sick play by Owen, though, at the start of that, finding that entry on the outside there. There was a few different smokes down, and one of them was a CT smoke. He just got on top of boxes and jumped to just barely catch that player that was trying to push out there. Very nice job. And yeah, Kitsune's pistol round is needed for sure here.
We'll see what kind of plan the Kitsunes have. I mean, you would think that Nuke is a pretty CT-sided map, unless yeah, even in the pros, right? You tend to, if you win, let's say 6 rounds on your T side, it's a pretty solid start. But Virus and Redondo finding some kills. Trades a galore on A, but 3v1 for the Argonauts. Expo couldn't find Owen, but Roly Coly Poly will end the round for the Argonauts. So now they have 12, and the Kitsunes, they got some kills, but not enough. And unless they force here, which, well, Expo definitely did. And now the rest of his team are following suit. So this is going to be a force buy from them. But if they lose this, the Argonauts are pretty in the clear at this point.
Yeah, we'll see if CTs are ready for this. They do have 4 SMGs of their own, so somewhat even, but util favoring the Argonauts, and that's gonna stop T's right in their tracks for now.
Owen playing anti-flash, and then he swings out, almost gets both. They do line up, but elevated impact does go down after Rolly finds the trade. And now end in an enviable 1v4 position. Has the Mac 10. They know exactly where he is because of that flash. Rolly just spams as Whale will come from behind him and take him down for the Argonauts to acquire their 13th round of Nuke.
Well, take a look at the bottom right of your screens there, folks. Overpass is the decider, and so we might be getting there pretty quick.
Argonauts need just 3 map rounds to get there. The Kitsunes have a lot of work ahead of them, especially now. Cyber 4 spot. Cyber has an AK, full armor, and some util. Everybody else is on pistols. The Kitsunes have tried this out a few times, and it worked semi-well on Vertigo. We'll see how it pays off here. Just the dualies outside for Man Rocket. Elevated impact. Finds Whale's head, takes it clean off, but a lot of damage done from Redondo's nade. Whale was hitting some crazy one-tap deagle shots last night, and now he is getting one-tapped on tonight. Redondo takes out Man Rocket, a couple of trades, but the CTs have A down on lock. Cyber, last hope alive. Not for long. The Argonauts find 14, and the Kitsunes are on their last breath on Nuke.
Yeah, 14-4. They're going to have a crazy comeback here, but silver lining is they do have the buy coming out now. 4 AKs and a Galil, so got that going for them.
They're going to force every round until it's over. At this point of Nuke, they're down 14-4. They don't really have the breathing room to pull the pistols out again. Whale Avalanche tags up.
Kobe.
Man Rocket, not enough, but Man Rocket throws it back, and he does kill Whale. That's, you know, you got to clear your corners, boys. Virus takes out Man Rocket. Nobody checks Africa. Does manage to die via elevated impacts AK. Expo creeping up into Squeaky. No one is top of hut, but Redondo swings out, gets him to go down. 3v2 now for the Argonauts, and Rolly is safe behind back pillar on B. And they know the Kitsunes are about to have a date with him. Rolly finds one, the trigger discipline. That's bombed down, and Owen cleans it up. Elevated impact goes down. Map point. 11 map points for the Argonauts on map number 2.
Yeah, they're just one step ahead no matter where Kitsunes go. Saving 3 AKs as well, so they're just going to pop some heads and get right to the third map unless Kitsunes have anything to say. Scout on ends. Would love to see that do some work here, but gonna be tough for sure.
Only real weapon is elevated impact with the AK. Everybody else scouts and galils and the like. A lot of damage being done. Most of it to the Kitsunes, and the Argonauts did lose one, but there's End down to 60 HP. Owen takes out elevated impact clean up. That's the AK down. But End does manage to take Owen down and out of the round. End walks right into that nade down to 40 HP. Redondo right behind the two remaining Ts. They have no idea he's there. Not a single clue. Redondo will jiggle peek it and will probably clean out Cyber right here. No.
Ooh.
Cyber aware. And the nade, oof, if that was just a half a second too early, but Redondo swings back out. What a mad lad. Swings out into Cyber, takes him out 11 HP, doesn't even matter. And they all know where End is. Whale will swing out, find End, and that will do it for map number 2. The Argonauts tied the series at 1 in a dominant 16-4 fashion on Nuke. Mark, this was not close.
Not one bit. Argonauts showing why they picked the map, and everybody chiming in pretty even across the scoreboard for them. They have to be feeling very good going into this third map.
Third map, and the deciding factor of which team will go to the finals will be Overpass. Stay tuned for that. We'll be back soon.
Pull me from my silhouette. Years have been estranged. Now a broken shell remains. I cannot embrace what I regret. Round and round, around I go. The spinning makes me rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else than your machine. I wasn't always just a single shade, a palette full of gray in reverie. And I can burn it brighter than the sun. I have a golden gun inside of me. Don't box me in, don't, or I'll leave. I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else. And if I fall behind, ignoring all the signs, and if I lose the fight, I still rage against the night. Don't box I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else than your machine. What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let 'em burn it out. Sell 'em to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race.
And we are back with map number 3, the decider map, to figure out which team, is it the Argonauts or the Kitsunes, that will head to the Season 10 Chally Finals. The Kitsunes won their map pick on Vertigo 16-12. The Argonauts stormed back and rolled the Kitsunes 16-4 on Nuke. And it looks like the Argonauts are going to be the victors of knife round, and I would have to imagine they swap over, and they will. The Argonauts choose to play on CT side to start the game off. Mark, do you think that the Kitsunes have kind of the bigger mental edge here, because they didn't pick Nuke, and of course the Argonauts rolled over them, but sometimes that could lead to overconfidence?
Yeah, it's definitely an argument to be made for both teams there. Argonauts have, you could say they have the momentum, but as you said, Kitsunes didn't really play Nuke too much. Overpass, they were 1-1 during the regular season, but that one loss was actually a 16-14 loss to Cows, so definitely can play this map, and they can win the pistol round. That'll be a good start for them.
A 4-stack for the Argonauts on B. Some smoke's being thrown. Virus is just sitting back behind that smoke, but there's not going to be any aggression there. Redondo with that USP, making his way into front bathrooms. Checking Khan and finds elevated impact, but Cyber is there to save the day for his teammate, and Man Rocket and the rest of the Kitsunes are running up A. 2 players are there, but 2 of the Argonauts are still on B, maybe thinking, hey, this is a fake, but it's not. Man Rocket is sprinting into bank to get Whale, but Whale says, where are you going? Give that guy a map. And if you watched Chris Smooth back in the day, you got a smile out of that. If you didn't, well, where were you during the good old days of YouTube? Virus swings out. Can't find Expo, and End will take care of Owen. 4v1 advantage for the Kitsunes. Last alive is Whale. No kit, 10 HP, 1v4. Ghosts for the bomb stick, and Elevated Impact says, I don't know what you're doing, but that will not be happening today.
Only way you could win the round, I guess, so nice try, but yeah, that's in no universe happening, so nice job from Kitsunes. Play it slow. Pretty traditional start for Argonauts, just 4B, 1 peeking towards A, but Kitsunes slow things up, find that pick, and find the rounds.
Argonauts are once again forcing, after losing pistols, a bunch of deagles. Owen says, I'm good. I took a bullet to a place where bullets don't tend to be. I'm down to 57 HP. I will back off. You can have party. I'll give you party for free. How about that? Redondo with that 5-7 Man Rocket knows about it, but Redondo wins that battle. Smokes off Monster and will collect that AK for himself. The boost onto A. Something that used to be pretty common in Counter-Strike, now is not used as much, but now the T's are aware of it now. But Expo cleans up both players on that boost, and it looks like the Argonauts are actually going to go for it. The AK and the 2 pistols. Going to see if they can do some kind of damage. Rolly finds Elevated Impact, who once again over-aggresses a little bit into bank, finds the end of his life within. A Virus with that AK, and his teammates think 1 kill is enough. That is the end of us on B. We are saving.
Yeah, surprised Rolly didn't try to push bank and go for that AK on the player he killed, but still they have full head armor and the AK, couple upgraded pistols, so they'll be threatening going into the next rounds.
And this is going to be a weird buy for the Kitsunes. There's a MAC-10, a Galil in play, of course an AK. Elevated Impact can buy himself an AK, but Man Rocket at 35.50 is going to have to settle for a Galil.
Yeah, gets one thrown over to him, so not looking too terrible, but if Argonauts can find a little bit more damage this round again, then they'll keep things close for when they go into their first gun round in the next rounds.
The Argonauts save the AK and they save their armor, but they are still on pistols. Their money just not good enough to force back into this round. Cyber flashes, gets one with that Mac 10, but not enough with that. But you know what? The trades were there. A lot of fighting going on in short. Leaves the Kitsunes with a 2-on-1 man advantage. Redondo does pick up that AK. Thinks there's more coming out in Monster, but says no, they would have been out by now. We're actually going to go A, and that is where the Kitsunes are going. A good read out of Redondo. 78 HP, has full armor. As he makes noise heading into trash. The bomb does go down. Redondo does find End, but Expo gets the trade for his teammate. End probably shouldn't have swung there. Should have waited for his teammate, but Expo saves the day, and the Kitsunes take their third T-side round.
Yeah, nice job getting it over the line there. I'm actually surprised they lost quite a few players the last couple rounds, but they have plenty of money to get it a nice full buy. So we will see the op come out on ends. See where he decides to go T-side overpass. There are a couple different options. Looks like he's going to go for the more traditional one up towards the A side here, but gets smoked off.
The boost onto short Virus. Gets spammed through Rolly down to 35 HP. A nice spam from the Kitsunes. But Owen makes sure Expo doesn't live to see another fight in this round. Redondo and Owen, 47 combined health, and so is Rolly. Rolly down to 35 HP. Not a lot of life left in these B players, but they are still living and breathing for now. Cyber holding short sandbag, seeing if there's any aggression there. Elevated impact, just walking through Monster, checking his corners, being very diligent. Redondo on the headshot angle. Who will win this battle? Elevated impact will swing out. Oh, that timing. She's a fickle beast, that timing. As soon as Redondo was about to go clear short, elevated impact finds the timing, but oh no! Virus and Roly Coly clear out B short. A great hold from the B side players. They were low and it didn't even matter. Two of the Kitsunes lined up short, and the third was planting the bomb. Whale staying on A, sees End sticking out, and this surely is the end of End, and it is. Whale making sure he doesn't get the bomb planted, and the Kitsunes fall. The Argonauts with a great hold.
Yeah, that's crazy. Can't ask for a better first gun round there. They're able to even pick up a free op. I'm very surprised that player in water on B site got tagged by that molly, but somehow Kitsunes didn't hear it and just results in a massacre on that B site. So Argonauts do pick up their first, trying to get back into this game, and might be a fast play over to B.
Mac 10, a Deagle, a Galil in sight. Redondo killing Expo with his M4, but also the fire. A quick B hit silenced by two people dying. Redondo also saw one more swinging out from Monster. He knows that there's more damage to be dealt. Cyber finds one with the Galil, but in a 1v4 situation turns into a quick second round for the Argonauts, and the Kitsunes right now are broke. They have nothing.
Yeah, Argonauts should be able to tie this game back up. Redondo, great multi-kill. Showing off some star power for sure. Past all three maps, really holding it down, and they've been able to shut down Kitsunes a couple times in a row now on that B site, and once B gets shut down, it feels so restricting on that T side. See if they can figure anything out here, but should be a tie game after this.
Cyber with that Tech 9. We saw that Tech 9 sing on Vertigo when he got that two-piece side hole. He gets it again! For the second time in this semifinal, Cyber with just a Tech 9 and a hope and a prayer finds two fully kitted out T-sided, CT-sided players. Oh, man. And he also gets an AK for troubles and another AK for one of his teammates should they decide to also go short and pick that up. Man Rocket with the bomb. Back. Monster. I don't... Could the CT see that bomb from over there? I think they can if they look. So an interesting place to drop the bomb, but all of a sudden there's a lot of noise and now there's radio silence. Redondo moving into short sandbags. Short being smoked off, but there is a gap for him to work with.
Oh.
Cyber, though.
Wales pushed all of long.
Redondo does get the timing on the Man Rocket. An end with just a Glock and 20 seconds left. Tries to make something happen. Maybe a miracle, perhaps. There's 12 seconds left. That's the bomb. That goes down. Cyber, last one left. Redondo picks up the loose change as well. And 9 kills for Redondo to lead the server. The Argonauts tied at 3.
Go Dondo, as Jimmy says in chat. 3-3. Yeah, shutting down the B site once again. I liked in that 3-on-3, the mid round there. Whale decided to push long A, get a little bit of info, and I like that they're just not afraid. They know that at least a couple players were on pistols and just have the confidence to go for those info plays and find the reads.
Some defaulting to be had. There's a 2-2-1 going on now for the Kitsunes. There's 2 going up A. Rolly, though, I think he spotted long player, and he did. Expo goes down. Now a 5v4, but Rolly, instead of falling back, he is sticking around. Falls back now, though. He's towards tree to reload. Meanwhile, on B, not a whole lot of anything going on, just a bunch of jiggle. Smoked off Monster. Minute to go. A lot of time left for the Kitsunes to get something down. A flash for elevated impact to peek out. But he peeks out a little bit late. Swings out. Pit doesn't see him, but Virus now sees that elevated is there. Info collected. But the T's come out from Monster anyway. They pick up Redondo's. Virus, though, in Pit being a nuisance. The bomb does get planted. The 4v3 retake for the Argonauts is on. Owen drops from heaven. He has the up. Whale stuck in connector for now. And the trades are going the Kitsune's way. Virus, though, could not get Cyber. He knew he was there. He was spamming it. Didn't even matter. Rolly finds one. Taps the bomb, doesn't stick it. Now he sticks it, and... Man Rocket. Man Rocket played with his food a little bit. I think Rolly had a kit. So that could have gone really not great for them. But you know what? The he got the kill in the end. The Kitsunes win. That's good for them. That was a little close.
Yeah, a little close. Argonauts had the opener over towards A, and Coley actually collected a lot of info. The fact that nobody was there to trade that long player kind of gave it away that it was just sort of a default, or there was the only player up there, but still Kitsune's able to break through that B site, and they should be able to find another here.
Whale's on a deagle. Now, if you did not watch
Oh.
contender semis yesterday, you would think, oh well, who cares? Well, you didn't see the one taps. Redondo pushes through B, finds Cyber throwing util 2-on-2. Redondo with an AK. Whale Valanche with that trusty deagle of his and an Expo are sprinting towards the A bomb site. Whale, as opposed to finding an AK, he does find the AK, but he is late to the party and aware of the Redondo rotate, aware and on top of it. Redondo's out of the round, and Whale Valentia in a 1v2. No armor. Does have a kit, though. Just checking to see who's around and where. The bomb is not planted for him, which should give it away as to where the two players are playing. He taps the bomb, waiting for Expo to swing out, and Expo with that Galil will take care of Whale. He will keep he will not keep the Galil, actually, and we'll take out the AK, and the Kitsune is now 5 T-side wins through 8. They're looking good.
Yeah, nice job getting back into it. Nice attempt by Argonauts there. Kitsune's been leaning towards B the past few rounds, and that short crunch almost works out for him, but we'll have the bye coming into this 9th round. Now Owen is on the op now. Oh, going connector with it.
Couldn't get the tag, but instead he gets tagged down to 67 HP. Virus with a good hold onto Cyber. But End regains the tie for players alive for each team. Owen now out of connector, now holding long, but he misses the shot onto Expo, who clears him out, and now long belongs to the Kitsunes, who now are aggressing towards it. But Rolly, with that A1, managed to hold off Elevated Impact, 3-on-3. Rolly also knows one is still long. They could cancel this at any time. A minute left on the clock. Some util being dumped, but it does look like they are canceling and going con to B. But they should, if they're going, they got to sprint.
Mm-hmm.
Redondo already on it. Redondo waiting for the chance. Couldn't get it done, but Redondo now in pit, waiting for the swing. End gives it to him, and Virus from the heavens will take him down roly-poly as well. All up to Expo. He finds one. Finds two. Oh, and Rolly just manages to avoid being part of the CSC end-of-season clip. And the Argonauts managed to hold on, which that was a scary round for both teams at different points, but Cole, just at the nick of time, manages to give the Argonauts 4.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Kitsune's, that mid-round call to rotate back down B, it was a good call, but they were walking just for a couple seconds, and who knows if they were able to just book it down there even faster than they did. They might have been able to catch that player before they got into water and have a little bit of an easier post plant, but will be 4 for Argonauts, and now it's Kitsune's on the eco.
The Kitsunes have shown throughout these 3 maps this: if they are going to eco, they will have End continue to force buy. He has full armor, an AK. He's also the last one alive. Everybody else is dead.
Yeah, it's an interesting call. If you're, it's fine to do that once in a while, have a hero AK, something like that, but you'd like to see some more planned strat for it. Something that's some sort of guaranteed frag, but this time it's not an ideal situation. Has a minute to either find some frags or try to save, but it's a long time to stay alive.
If you're gonna have a hero AK strat, you have to at probably at some point just bait your pistol players. Just have them run. Just stay behind them. See if they can get some kind of damage done. Then just get the
Yeah.
trades in or provide some kind of opposition to the other team's rifles. But in what they ran that round is a whole lot. They essentially defaulted with pistols and then just have one person with an AK, which on an eco probably not the best way to go about it. As you can see, Argonauts are all alive and they all have everything they needed. Even a lot of players still even have their util. There's flashes and smokes. They're still on a lot of these players, and he gets to keep all of his toys, but everybody else for his side is dead. And the Argonauts let him live, which is interesting. They didn't hunt as maybe they should have.
Tie game now. Kitsune's calling you timeout. Could hypothetically buy into this. Argonauts do have to invest a bit more money because they didn't have any head armor, and now they want to make sure they get that full util belt and everything, but tie game. Argonauts doing a decent job holding up these sites so far. We've been seeing a couple different boosts. We saw that one over towards Sign on A, and they've actually boosted on Sandbag a couple times now, just trying to get any advantage they can in this last map.
Timeout being called by the Kitsunes to kind of just talk about what their plan for this round is. If they fall here, their eco not looking great for the rest of the half. A big round for both teams. 5v5. Roly somehow was running away, but gets Cyber in the face anyway. If I try that, the bullet will go anywhere except for where the player is, so...
Yeah.
Magic bullet there. And though... finds Whale, but immediately gets traded out by Owen. By near Fountain. Redondo, head on a swivel. The util coming in from short. Elevated impacts. Thinking about walking through that smoke, but Redondo is on top of it. The bomb goes down. So does Expo. 4v1 for the Argonauts. Man Rocket, last one alive. Figuring out where did his team go.
Yeah, again, a long time to try to save this. Might be able to, but very nice job from Argonauts. Boy, this setup of Roly-Coly and Redondo on B-side is scary. Both of them sitting at 12 frags. And then when you have the A players being so proactive like Owen was this round here, pushes all the way up Fountain, finds a frag, and has so much map control, they can just stack this B site.
Virus makes a lot of noise on the B-bomb site, and Man Rocket will end that very quickly, but with 6 seconds to go, Redondo is on it. Man Rocket walks right into his crosshair, at the very least, if you could find a silver lining to that, he dies before time, so he does get the money, although not a lot of it. As you can see, the Kitsunes are kind of broke again, but at least Man Rocket has 2750 to his name as opposed to 0 or the 50 that he had prior to. And the Argonauts have the first lead of the half. It is 6-5.
Yeah, and they're doing this really without any op presence either so far. So nice job. If they lose this round or if somebody dies, they could buy into it, but it's got to feel good that just getting it done with the rifles so far.
And Owen doing a good job too, because you saw he had an op earlier on as he hears a lot of Fountain presence. Expo says, I don't care if you hear me. I'm going to shoot you in the face anyway. Well goes down. You saw his op earlier, and he missed a couple of shots that he probably should have hit. And since then, he's not tried to force the issue. There's a lot of players in every tier, whether it be Prospect all the way down to Premier. Expo, okay, second one tap with the P250. But the bomb goes Expo, another. He's got 3. 2v2 now. This is kind of scary for the Argonauts. 1v1, and they know where Redondo is. The bomb will go down. Redondo gets the swing from Cyber, and he will get the kill. Scary round. The Argonauts, very expensive for them, but they do win that round, make it 7-5 for them. For a lot of players, whether it be prospect all the way up to premier, if you're the opper and your shot isn't falling, they will continue to buy the up. They will continue to force the issue. But Owen saw that his op wasn't hitting and now has an AK. He has $9,300, and I wouldn't be surprised if he buys an AK here. Or an M4, I should say.
An M4.
Yeah. It'd be wild if he bought an AK, but yes, an M4.
It's like that is what they're gonna do. Yeah, two schools of thought there. I mean, on one hand, it's okay. Well, we'll keep buying you an op. Eventually, you'll get it, and if you do, then that can be huge. But the fact that you can find these kills with the M4 and build some confidence is pretty huge, especially in the third map. You don't want to take any chances if he keeps missing on the op. Then, boy, you might just be out of the game at that point. So.
Man Rocket, 4 kills and 69 ADR. Nice. Everybody spam nice in chat. Finds his way through bathrooms. Taking a look at long. Virus. If he would have shot there, that would have been really funny. Owen finds the opener onto Man Rocket, who swings dry long, no util, all alone. And long belongs to the Argonauts, although Whale does smoke it out. The minute left to go. But Cole, once again, provides a lot of impact with that M4. The Kitsunes now down 2 players with no trades in sight. As the CT players continue to push the issue. Virus down all the way. Deep con. Going up the ladder now. Seeing if he can flank any of the rest of the alive Kitsunes. Owen now in an angle. Do they clear it deep at Expo? A 90-degree one tap. I mean, okay, listen. Check him PC. This is not normally, etc., etc. Expo, great shot. And because of Expo's entries, he found 10 HP to his name. A light breeze is enough to take him down, but the bomb gets planted because of his heroics. Now, will they stay alive? That's Virus tries that. Virus practices that, and he Kobe's Expo to his death. And Virus with a massive round there to get the Argonauts up to 8. I mean, that jump, you gotta practice that to nail it as smoothly as Virus just did.
Yeah, showing off some KZ skills. Brings his team up to 8. Individuals just feeling it so far. Rolly at 14, Redondo at 14, Virus now at 13, and Kitsunes, unfortunately, that last round just took a couple individual fights across the map and didn't win them. Nobody there to trade, as you had mentioned, and that is the half won by Argonauts now. Owen is going to pick up an op. Might be feeling a little more confident, and Kitsunes might not be expecting yet, so could be a good play here.
He's speaking into con again. He missed the shot the first time, and he missed it again. Man Rocket aggressing, and Owen tries to get out. 7 HP. Man finds Rocket. That's not the Opper, though. He should know that the Opper isn't the one that he killed, but elevated impact. Finds an op to the skull. He goes down, but End opens up the B bomb site. They line up again. Rolly finds 2, can't find 3. Owen, the last one alive with 7 HP. Does he go for it or does he save? 7 HP to his name. Does he clear these angles? It doesn't look like he will, and Man Rocket will take him down. The Kitsunes finally pick up a round once again for them. It is now 8-6 in favor of the Argonauts.
Yeah, that was a little scary. Owen got tagged down, and the player in con just somehow didn't realize that the person he killed was not the Opper, but still looking good for Kitsunes. They take that op into this last rounds here. Have the better buy. Could even things up.
That MP9 on Redondo and on Whale Avalanche as well. Thereby not great. The boost! The team kill from Elevated Impact. He kills Expo. Kills his teammate. He does find the boost, which probably saved it from being a 5v3, but does find the team kill as well. Elevated Impact down to 35 HP. Whale with some warning shots into Khan. That SMG of his. And will dry peek the MP9 and the op, I guess. Well, Man Rocket with the op, I should say. I apologize. Owen finds the trade. 3v3. Redondo pushes the issue in Monster, finds Elevated Impact, and finds a way back to the B bomb site without getting traded. A great play out of him, a good read. Owen in Con knows that the Kitsunes are now essentially stuck at B. 40 seconds to go. Redondo at an off angle, holding Monster as the T's are about to enter his crosshair. No flashes to be had. Redondo finds one. Cyber tries to jiggle. He does find Redondo. Makes it interesting. 20 seconds left. Smoke out for Cyber. He will try to plant it in the smoke. Also finds Owen in the process. 11 seconds. Roly-poly is there. You won't expect him to be there. He takes the round, and he gives the Argonauts the 9th round for his CT side. All said and done, the Kitsunes were up 3-0 on their T side. That could have been bad really quickly, but the Argonauts brought that back, and they're looking good.
Yeah, looking very good. Just kept staying proactive, kept aggressing on that CT side, and it worked out well for them. Catching Kitsunes off guard on more than one occasion, and we'll switch sides here. Kitsunes, if they can find this pistol, can get right back into this game, but we'll see what Argonauts have in store for us.
Pistol round is a go. Looking like the Argonauts are going to go 5 con here. Strength in numbers on pistol. Making a lot of noise. The CTs are well aware as they look to fall back onto the A bomb site. Virus almost had the player going back, but roly-poly takes down Expo. The flank from Man Rocket. He does find the one. They're looking to swing back at him. He finds one more. And they will go back down to Con to B. And they are sprinting. They are sprinting. They are going to catch this team off. But End, well aware, takes Virus down to 10 HP. Virus, though, doesn't care. Continues to run. His life ends pretty quickly. Owen now gets spotted out by End. Headshot does 29 damage because Glocks. Pistol round, what are you going to do? Cyber, deep in pit. Watches his teammate take down Owen, and End another kill for him. He finds Whale Avalanche. A good round out of the boys in the CT Garments as they win their pistol round in a very important round for them. 9-7.
Yeah, hugely important. They hopefully can convert these next couple. Very nice job, just quick on the rotates. The T's, when they decided to go back down through Con towards that B site, they had a smoke and a flash and actually decided to smoke off Heaven, but the CTs were so quick on the rotate, they had 2 players already in water, so very nice job from them staying on top of it.
The 5 con rush once again, but this time they're going to go all out from Condor. Man Rocket does a lot of damage, but doesn't find a kill, and Owen with the M4 picks it up. Cyber tries to finish them off, does find the one. Whale will swing, and we'll find nobody, and that'll do it for that round. A scary situation for just a second as Man Rocket was all alone on an island with that M4. Everybody else for the Argonauts running through Con. They did manage to kill him, but a lot of damage was done, and it was enough for the Kitsunes to clean up after that. And now the real fun begins.
Yeah, once they found that initial frag and picked up the M4, maybe a little too antsy. Decided to push straight into the B site, and there were still 2 players there, but still kind of a throwaway round regardless. We will see the first gun round coming out, and as these bonus rounds go, they do have the advantage in terms of rifles.
Couple of MP9s for the Kitsunes. They look to defend Khan. That's one of the positions that the MP9 is holding. And Cyber also, I don't know, as Roly Coly Poly is ready for that swing on elevated impact. I don't know how strong an MP9 is holding pit, because that feels like the distance is a little bit too far for an MP9 to do some damage with, as Man Rocket just spams his way through wood and manages to find Virus, because of course he does. Redondo keeping an eye out on short. Also taking a look at the boost. Sees nothing there. Owen creeping up into parties. Whale Avalanche right behind him for the trade if necessary. Owen, though, is entering with the bomb. His teammates meeting him through Khan. Owen knows, hey, there's nobody close. I can walk a little bit. His end is jump peeking. But
20 seconds. Need to go pretty quick here.
his team thought about rotating to B. There was some noise being had there, but now they know this is fast A.
Ooh.
Is it? Or is it? Owen will plant the bomb. Expo does find Cole, but Redondo finds 2, and Owen opens up the site. It is all up to end now. 8 kills through 17 rounds, soon to be 18. And he has had enough. The Argonauts will take 10. The Argonauts had 20 seconds. They took A, they took B, they took A, but then they also took B.
Yeah, that was absolutely perfect timing on the fake out there. The one thing that could have ruined that is if Kitsunes had anybody playing up on that A site towards bathrooms, because they would have known that there was nobody close when those smokes were flying by, but because they were playing so far back on the A site, playing it safe, they just saw those smokes come in, thought the execute was hitting, and that drew all of the rotates.
End with an M4 purchase and also full head armor. Do we need a discussion with the league on when to buy head armor and when to not buy head armor? Because we've seen it throughout this 3-map series of both teams being guilty of buying head armor when maybe they don't necessarily need it. But you know what? You know, it's easy for us to say these things when we know that everybody else has AKs and the like, and you don't need to buy head armor. But at the same time, I can see why, if it's map 3, you might just default to buying it without giving it a second thought, especially when, you know, it's you're down 8 to 10 and you have the money for it. So I guess why not? But anyways, you know, head armor economy aside, there's gonna be a fast B play out of the Argonauts. Cyber swings out with the MP9. Laborly does find 2. Whale with one of the trades. Also, Cyber goes down. MP9 out of the equation. And it will look like Expo on the flank. I think he made a step there. They know he's there now. Virus swings out into Monster, but end with that M4. That hero M4 takes him down. Elevated impact late. Evan also finds Whale. All up to Owen. He goes down, and a couple of pistols and a one rifle out of end. Because Kitsunes somehow managed to find 9.
Wow, pick up 3 AKs as well. They are looking very good now after what was an eco. Argonauts, that was on the back of a timeout. They decided okay, let's just do a straight B rush, and can definitely be destructive if it works out, but that is what happens when it doesn't. Kitsune's super fast on the flank. They had to play our monster and sandbag as the bomb was going down, and boy, they're able to pull that back. Looking in great shape, just like Vertigo, where we saw that economy just shift totally in favor of each team back and forth a couple times.
Only pistols for the tees, and we'll spam the smoke. Kitsunes will get their eco kills. Everybody loves eco kills. Owen and Whale, Tech 9 and the Deagle. Whale does have armor. The Kitsunes control the round, unless something crazy happens, which we've seen crazy things happen before. Doesn't mean that it can't happen again, but odds are. Let's say I wouldn't put the house on the Argonauts winning this shot. It could happen, and I guess I'd be a very rich man if that did happen, as Owen finds 1 kill and is aware of the second player, Top Con. That would be Man Rocket with the up. Missed that shot on Owen. They hear Owen making a lot of noise, and elevated impact will end that round. And yeah, I'm glad. Let's just say I'm glad I didn't bet my house.
Tie game now, just like that. Kitsune's in very good shape. Ends has an op and 8,800 in the bank. Elevated also with a good amount of money, and we'll take that op actually. So
Full buys for both parties. The 2 of the 3 AKs for the Kitsunes that they saved are still in their possession. Redondo, quick fight with Man Rocket. He emerges victorious from that. Early man advantage for the Argonauts. And will fall back onto A in the meanwhile. Still a default for the T side. 2 are going up long. Owen with the bomb. Peeking out, seeing if there's anybody in party. Flashes out for his teammate, that's Cole. And Cole is communicating, hey, there's nobody here. We can start aggressing into A. 2v2 setup for the Kitsunes. As the Argonauts will begin their ascent into the A-bomb site. Virus. Slowly creeping up along. No one's here. He throws a flash to his teammate, says, hey, flash me out in a second. Flashes out, and it is good, but Ed gets the kill anyway. Trades go down, 3v3. Turns 3v2. Elevated Impact says, catch this onto Whale. And he goes down. Flashes
nice
out. Elevated Impact, nice shot onto Cole, and Cyber finishes the job. The Kitsunes with a really solid retake. I don't know how End manages to find Virus there. He was flashed, he didn't see anything that was going on, and he got the kill anyway. That was big.
Yeah, everything was perfect for Argonauts through most of that round. They had 2 players creeping all the way up long, Execute coming out with 1 person on site, and everything went right just up until that kill, as you mentioned. End finds 1 somehow, and Kitsune is able to retake at that point.
Owen calling the timeout for his team. The second timeout of this map. This is a critical juncture of the game. His team has money. They could all afford AKs, and they are going to buy. Their util on some players isn't going to be great. Virus actually opting for a Galil, throws it to Whale in lieu of more util. The Kitsunes, meanwhile, all have M4s and 2 AKs still from the round before. End with the op. And it looks like it'll be a 2-3 fast split for the Argonauts here. Redondo seeing, hey, Man Rocket is the short player. Where is he? Oh, he is close sandbags, and he manages to find the opener there. And he falls back to B. Virus, says, hey, where'd you go? I want the trade. Well, you're not going to get it. Man Rocket. Deep in graffiti. Virus, I think, heard that jump. Man Rocket wanted to nade short and then decided against in midair. Sure. Man Rocket. Spamming con. Nothing going for him there. The T's do control short. Looking like it'll be a B hit there. They have Whale kind of just lurking out party, seeing if there's anybody around that will be fast to the flank, but there's nobody home yet. 40 seconds left. They're throwing what little util they have onto B, so if they want to cancel, they'll have to go into A dry. And Man Rocket just holding short very passively, and Whale says, I don't care about party anymore. I got to get to my teammates. 25 seconds left on the clock. There's no util left. They have 2 smokes, and that is it. Man Rocket does find Virus, and he finds Cole, actually. I apologize. Oh, and the only one left alive finds one. But that should do it for the round, and the Kitsunes hold B very well. 4 left alive for them. Convincing. And the Argonauts have not a lot of money and not a whole lot of a plan for this upcoming round, I feel like.
Yeah, nothing seems to be working for him at this point. Kitsunes shutting both bomb sites down. I think the one thing that could result in maybe at least a kill and a plant would be if they decided to push up long. They keep posting this up, peeking down fountain here. And might be able to catch him off if they go fast enough.
And in an awkward situation, but Elevated Impact is there. That one way. Oh, the one way. Oh, what a beautiful play from Elevated Impact. He saves his op teammate, and he also gets 3 eco kills of his own. A great play out of him. Man Rocket now once again reaggressing. How has an AK? Redondo doesn't know, and last alive is Whale with that deagle. Elevated Impacts, the MVP of this last round, as Whale does manage to find Man Rocket, ends his life, but that'll do it as he catches a nade, and the Kitsunes are now 3 rounds away from advancing to the final.
Yeah, things looking very good. Argonauts running out of ideas here. They opt not to pick up the op, as we mentioned last half. Owen opting for the M4 or the AK rifle, so see what they decide to do. Looks like they're gonna.
The Molly misses.
Over towards A, yeah.
Gives the T's a little bit of breathing room, not much. I don't know if the CTs are aware that Molly missed. Cole, here's one close short. Here's the reload as well. Thinking about the spam. One also gets caught in Monster, and what a flash. Nice flash for his teammate to swing out. Expo cleans up Redondo Cyber with a great flash to make sure that Redondo cannot possibly see his teammate. You know, it's a lot easier to kill Simple when he can't see you. I don't know if you know that, Mark, but...
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, when Zai Wu is blind, it's a little bit easier to shoot at him. I don't know if that is an established fact of Counter-Strike, but...
Never thought about it that way.
Right. Well, the rainbow across the screen, the more you know.
Yep.
As the Argonauts try to take the A bomb site, both players are long and will swing out. Finds Virus, all up to Whale, who has the bomb. 20 seconds left. Fakes the plant. They, at this point, know it's a fake. He waited a little bit too long. He's in the molly, and he dies. He waited just a little bit too long. The Kitsunes figured out, hey, it's a fake. Don't swing that. They molly, a great molly, great util out of the Kitsunes in this round to pick up 14. And the Argonauts are hanging on by a thread.
That is the third time we have seen a planter die by the molly. We thought we were done with that after Vertigo, but Argonauts showing us that that is something that they will keep on doing, calling a timeout. They know how important this round is. And this is going to be very tough if they are going for this comeback here. Kitsunes have plenty of money to buy in for at least 2 more rounds after this, even if they do lose. So, doing it the hard way.
And if the Argonauts don't if they just fall in this round, their buy is gonna be broken. They are at full loss bonus, so they are gonna get Galils and stuff like that. But they need a bomb plant. They need to get the kills. They need to get the money going now. If they don't do any of these things, they might have a Galil as the molly misses again. A quick flick from End. He does tag Redondo a little bit, but Owen running through party manages to find elevated impact, and Man Rocket has to fall back into Khan. So the T's early on with the aggression do find one. They get the map control that they're looking for. A minute 20 on the clock, and the T's are running up A. And the molly was broken up by his own teammate there. Virus figures out that there's one player in Con still. The couple of trades going either way. Whale checking short. Checking long. The bomb is down. The bomb is down at truck. 1v2 Expo. Last one alive. Stalemate. 50 seconds to go. Cole gets spotted out by Expo. Last one alive. 1v1. It's Virus and Expo. Both are low. Virus beats the molly and beats Expo, and the Argonauts win a critical 11th round.
Yeah, saves it for his team in the end. Finally, Argonauts, for the first time in a hot minute, able to find the entry kill. And things just kind of fell apart for Kitsunes. They rotated up quick towards the A site, but Argonauts just actually able to win the fights, and we will see the AWP come out on Owen here, so that could change things up. Should have seen him pick it up, but ooh, just misses.
Owen has had a tough go with the AWP as a couple of trades going both ways, but Cole picks up the man advantage for his Argonauts. 3v2, he's waiting for the con rotate that isn't coming just yet. Owen, meanwhile, re-aggressing T-ramp. Taking a look at party. Will the timing... There's elevated impact. Staring at Khan. The shot misses. And now they know the AWP is there. Owen creeping up into party. Elevated impact has no idea. Unless he does. The read is there. Owen goes down. He knows that there's at least one in Con. But where is the second player? I don't think elevated impact saw both players. The bomb is down in Fountain. That is the bomb. An elevated impact. Oh, he almost gets Virus, but he does miss the shot. 30 seconds to go. They know the AWP is long, and they are sprinting towards B. Cyber looking like he's got a read on it. But they will be late to it. Cyber still at A, waiting for his teammate that still is at A, but the bomb is getting planted at B, boys. The clock is now ticking, and now they've realized, oh no, they've gone down Con to B. Virus and Cole both waiting for the flanks, but Elevated Impact and Cyber holding hand in hand through hell. The T's now starting to realize, wait a minute, they're not flanking. They're clearly coming through the A-bomb site. Elevated Impact is going to swing out with the off. Doesn't get Virus, and Virus collects both. And the Argonauts hang on. They win 12.
They're back in this game. They're so close, but they do need one more rounds in order to force Kitsunes onto an eco. Or at least onto some lesser guns. Kitsunes know how important this round is now. They're going to call a timeout. Cyber not going to opt to drop an op over. So it will be full rifles, and that is big. We've seen Ends been shutting down the A site for a while now. Not in terms of kills, but just the presence of that op has deterred them. Last couple rounds, they have broken it, though.
End is on a FAMAS. Everybody else is on M4s. The Kitsunes are all out of money. If the Argonauts win this round, they'll have 14, and then they'll have the eco. They'll have the confidence going into round 29. They'll have everything going for them in a time where they were very close to falling off the edge. They've brought it all the way back, and this is the round that'll decide it. Man Rocket fighting for short by himself. Doesn't get traded out. Expo can't get the kill either. Redondo with 2 massive kills, and very early on, this is a save for the Kitsunes. Argonauts have 13.
Yep. This is a good call from Kitsunes, though. If they can save 3, they have a chance in the next rounds. Love the switch up, though. Past couple rounds, they've been able to break through on that A site, or at least find an opener there. Go back to be on the mid round, but this time they just decide to go straight for it through the B site, find the openers. They should keep all 5 alive here as well.
That's going to do wonders for their eco. Now the question becomes, if you're the Kitsunes, do you buy?
Yeah, they could drop over a FAMAS. It looks like SMG picked up actually on Man Rocket, so they will invest into it. Here are the FAMAS.
Who doesn't love a good callback? The callback is truly one of the best. One of the best. Looks like a default. Owen, far back with the op, just looking at parties, seeing if there's anybody there. But everybody either in Fountain or Con. B is completely vacated. And it looks like the boost on B will also show that there's absolutely nobody here. Minute 15 on the clock. And spots out 1. He throws a retaliatory smoke into bathrooms, but that's a bad one. There's a gap in that smoke.
Yeah, very good from Argonauts so far. They don't have to execute yet, but a full minute on the clock, and they have full bathroom control, so...
Some util being thrown by the Argonauts, but Owen creeping up along with the op by himself. Now has a teammate with him. It's Redondo. The nade is good. Does a good amount of damage onto both players. The spam from End doesn't find anybody, but Owen hits 1 with that op as Redondo also there with him.
Wow.
And that's the A bomb site cleared out by the Argonauts. It's a 4-on-2. The molly does come, but it's late. Cole will get the bomb plant. Man Rocket with the MP9, Cyber M4. And Owen hunts, and he finds the MP9 all up to Cyber with the M4A1. He has to save. There's no other option. But I would be very surprised if Argonauts don't hunt.
They definitely should. They definitely should. This is the only rifle left. They'll have plenty of money to buy in to the last 2 rounds, both of them, so looks like they won't find him in this position.
The Kitsunes had everything. They had money. They had round wins. They had everything going for them. The Argonauts were on full loss bonus, and now it's the Kitsunes that have full loss bonus heading into round 29. And Owen takes a timeout. Is the last one for his team. Teams do not get an extra timeout in overtime unless I'm misremembering, but I do not think they do. So this is it. They do not have another one for the rest of this semifinals. The Kitsunes are stuck. Do you force buy? Do you save? It looks like they are going for the save.
Yeah, man, such a tough call. Some upgraded pistols, so they'll have a little bit going into it, but if they do have this one rifle, you'd like to see them try to set up some sort of boost, maybe just something to get them an entry, or at least stick together, maybe send it down con with 1 or 2 more players, but gotta have something for such an important rounds.
All 5 pushing out either con or A. B is totally clear as the Kitsune stack B. They stack the wrong bomb site. If the Argonauts hurry, they'll be able to figure out that A is totally open. The thing is that the Kitsunes have already pushed through B. They figured out B is totally clear. They're going A. Cole
Rotates.
aware that there are players chasing him in con. There's multiple players going for long flanks instead of just rotating up to A. That gives the Argonauts more time to rotate, but Cyber, bailed out by his teammate. Owen found the kill onto Cyber. That could have been really bad. Whale Avalanche at 2 HP, Owen at 10, Redondo at 8, but it doesn't matter. Redondo cleans up the USP kill. Expo just couldn't get anything done with that USP. And it's series point now for the Argonauts. That was really close, but Owen with the op. When he needed to hit the shot the most, he hit the guy truck, and that led to the Argonauts getting 15. But Whale has DC'd.
Uh-oh. Should get him back in here soon, but man, Argonauts 5 in a row now have the chance of closing out the series. Kitsunes, they need to just pull out their best defense right here. Looks like there should be an op coming out. They have plenty of money, full util, full everything. And if you're Argonauts, the default's been working out fairly well in the early round, establishing some map control at least. Kitsunes, earlier in the half, they were pushing up Fountain when End had that op. Might try to pull that out again, but even when they do that, typically once End goes for that peak, they've been falling off all the way back to site, so Argonauts have a couple different options if they want to take that bathroom control. They can either throw some flashes, try to get out quick in front of the op if that's where they do decide to put it, or they can just delay a little while, keep some control outside of B, and then go for a later take towards bathrooms. And once they've been doing that and getting that map control, it's kind of throwing Kitsunes for a loop, not knowing exactly which site to stack, so hopefully we get into it soon and see what happens.
Whale still has DC'd. We're trying to figure out what happened and if they'll come back here, because it's a 15-minute time period, and if he's not back by then, they'll have to play 5-on-4 until he comes back. Still plenty of time for him to come back, but I'm sure the Kitsunes are keeping an eye out on the clock. Everybody has bought everything that they need and more. Everybody's just waiting on Whale to reconnect. Chat is saying, Antonio Juanson is saying that Whale is resetting his router and that he should be back in a minute.
Less than a minute. There he is.
There he is. There we go. The all-important 30th round. I mean, this is what all the kids growing up have dreamed of. Hey, 30 rounds, map 3 of CSC, Chali, semifinals. Who will take round number 30? Will the Argonauts come back in an incredible 6th round in a row comeback to take home Overpass and move on to the Chali finals? Or will the Kitsunes tie it up and force overtime? The trade is there from the boost. Cyber does find Redondo. That's huge. Redondo has been a massive thorn in the Kitsunes side. Whale finds the trade, but the Kitsunes, I feel like, will take that every day of the week. There's 2 in short for the Argonauts and 2 in con. 2 in monster, I should say. Everybody leaning towards B right now. The A is completely clear. Owen. Up in his hand, round 30. What tricks do you have up your sleeve? Whale. Meanwhile, holding Condor. If anybody swings, they'll meet his AK. Close monster being mollied by Cole. He swings out. It does find Expo, but he's tagged by his own molly down to 11 HP. But Virus is through the bump side. They don't know. They don't know. Man Rocket's there. But Whale finds the trade. 3-on-3. Rolly, 6 HP. Owen, 54. 3-on-2 for the Argonauts. They are just 2 kills away from stealing map 3 and go to the finals. Cole tries to spam. Can't do it. Owen, though, with the Tech 9. It's all up to end. Misses the shot, and Rolly takes the Argonauts to the Season 10 Chali Finals.
They do it. I can't believe it. Argonauts with the crazy comeback. Props to them. They deserve it. They won that for sure.
The Kitsunes had it all. It was 14-10. They had the momentum. They had the eco. They had the reads. They had the trades. They had it all going for them. And the Argonauts, 6 rounds in a row, take it back, and they claim map 3. And they claim a trip to the Season 10 Chali Finals. What a series.
What a series indeed. First map was great. Second map, even though it wasn't too close, we still saw some great stuff coming out, and can't ask for a better third. Overpass, not the typical decider map, but definitely showed us why it maybe should be.
What a map, what a series, and this was fun. We should do it again.
Absolutely.
Well, that'll do it. I need a lozenge, a cigarette. I don't even know what I need at this point. I don't smoke, but like I guess at this point I'll take one. That'll do it for us here in the booth. I am Charles Bells alongside Marky M. This has been Season 10 Challenge Semifinals between the Argonauts and the Kitsunes. The Argonauts come out on top 2-1. They will advance to the finals. For everybody here at CSC, we appreciate that you've joined us here. And for Mark, for Fleeb, our observer, thank you so much for your time. I am Charles Bells. We'll talk to you later.